Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight we're going to be playing more Blitz. Excuse me. Woo! Since skirmish season just kind of started and we're just through 1 week, I don't have any more skirmishes that I'm going to, but I thought it would be fun to pick out some cool decks that I saw this weekend at my local skirmish, and I thought we could play some of those. Might be cool to kind of see Levia and Briar in action. I know we played a little bit of Briar. Oh, excuse me. I know we played a little bit of Briar on like one of the live streams one night with like Zach when we were kind of like playing like Lexi, Briar, Zin, kind of different like decks a little bit. But I thought it'd be more fun to play like Levia and Briar. They're a little bit, they're heroes that they're played, but they're not like super popular, I would say. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Briar's about to LL, so take that for what it's worth. But, you know, with Zin being in the format, Zin seems to be like the deck that really everyone's trying to beat, so... Hey, what's up, Ben, Anna, Brad? How are you guys? Hope you guys are doing okay. Thanks for coming by and hanging out tonight. I have to admit, I was pretty surprised to win my skirmish this past Saturday. I got a video coming out on Wednesday, kind of breaking down the deck, talking about the tournament, how everything went for me. Just kind of giving like some details on how everything went. So if you want more info, be sure to check back in on Wednesday, coming out at lunchtime. That's EST. So anyway. We're going to be playing Levia tonight, and we're going to be playing Briar. We're going to be starting with Levia. I have Ethan Mansant's deck. Mansant's like probably one of the best Levia players in the world, so figured I'd start with his deck. I've got him linked. If you're looking for him, you can find him in the description of the video, or you can hit ! deck, and you can find those decks that we're looking for there. Hey, Martin, what's up, brother? How are you, man? But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in here. All right. So this is Mansant's hero. He has Blaze and Emperor here as matchups, which I don't know. I guess that's two of the matchups he was worried about, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I like that he's playing Arcane Lantern and one Claw. I think that's kind of cool because it gives you the ability to play Savage Sash into a matchup where you're just trying to race. And I like that he just has 40 cards. Like, he's just saying that you're going to play the same 40 card deck every single time, which I think is pretty cool. So we're just kind of running it like that. I don't know. I think his list is cool. I'm excited to see how it plays out. I did play against a Levia in top 8 of the skirmish. I was able to get there because of a small mistake from my opponent, but I do think the Levia is pretty fun, and I'm curious to see how she plays out tonight. Agroblaze and Blitzbriar Dream stream. Let's go, Brad. I like to hear that. I think we want to go second. Their ability to dominate is a little scary, I guess, but I think we want to go second here. Oh, hey, speaking of Ethan, he's here. That exact deck won 3 skirmishes this weekend, perhaps 2 more, but unconfirmed. Oh, dude, let's go. That's awesome, man. Congrats on building such a winning deck, Ethan. That's exciting, dude. Was one of those people you? Was one of those people you? I mean, we just want all of our blocking equipment here. Like, I assume we're just looking to have all of our blocking stuff. We don't really want to have to give up Carrion Husk on the first turn of the game, but if we have to, we have to. I'd rather just kind of block with a couple of cards and play it out that way. Just finished Emperors for tomorrow's skirmish. You have a skirmish tomorrow on Tuesday? That's interesting. Tell me more about that. I'm kind of curious. I would swap Doomsday for Diabolic. Like, you would take out Doomsday and you would put in Diabolic Offering. Is that what you're saying, Ethan? I mean, yeah. Let's start here. Seems like a good place. We'll just throw go again and try to make it happen. We can pitch to throw a Mandible Claw after this. Was kind of hoping to, like, be able to go Claw into Swing Big here, if I'm being honest. I wanted to fill the graveyard a little bit. Endless Maw is a very good card, but so is Shadow Realm Horror, and I think we'll pitch the Endless Maw here, set up with the Shadow Realm Horror in Arsenal. Nope, didn't go to any. Are you going to get to go to any? I'm freaking out now. This is the best stream ever. Anna, thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. We'll go Reckless Wing first. It's a good marker in a pitch stack. Ooh, this is a hand if I've ever seen one. Well, not a huge fan of giving up Husk this early, but I guess it's fine, really. We could banish the Boneyard Marauder and name Go Again, pitching the Artivore to play Artivore, kind of leaving ourselves with a little bit of an awkward hand here. If we wanted to keep the hand, we could really just block with Husk and Scabs here. Could be something we could do here, I'm not sure. Played a skirmish yesterday, and I still hate LL as much as always. Having him playing Icelander again, though. I mean, Icelander's really cool, right? Icelander is really cool. I don't know. This is tough. This is a tough choice to make. I'm not a huge fan of giving up Carrying Husk and Scabs here. We could block Marauder, Beatdown, and this to give ourselves a Might, and then throw the Shadow Realm Horror, banishing 3 cards and leaving ourselves with 1, arsenaling the Artivore. I think that seems like an okay line. And if we hit all 3 cards, we could just actually play one of them. So this is 8 Go Again, and we do not get the text box of actually being able to play something from Banish Zone. That would have been insane. If we would have been able to do that, that would have been awesome. Our opponent just blocks 8. We're going to Arsenal the Artivore here and just kind of set up. Sorry, guys, if I'm kind of ignoring chat, I apologize. It's not intentional. It's because when I play Levia, I really have to focus to make sure we're making the right plays here. Likely not busy this weekend, then Tampa. Oh, yeah, Tampa's coming up. I keep forgetting I'm going to be out of the country. I'm going to be at my honeymoon, so I keep forgetting. If I block with Scabskins, we can play the Blood Rush and then also potentially play the Artivore if we need to. Think this seems like a pretty good line here. I don't know that we need. We could just go Claw into Shadow Realm Horror and then save the Art of War for next turn, which I'm going to be honest, I think is a pretty solid play. I mean, 5 Go Again into what? 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, it's a pretty good turn. It's not a bad one to lead on here. Congrats on winning your Blaze aggro. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I was very excited to win. Victor did not disappoint me. No reason to block with barraging. I needed to block the Crippling Crush, right? We needed to block the Crush effect there. On the Crippling Crush effect, we needed to block there, right? Am I going crazy? I mean, it's very possible that I am going crazy, but it felt like a good thing to block there. Right? Really got to focus. Coaches watching? Honestly, that's so true, though. That's so true, Martin. Like, that is so true, fam. Ethan's here. We gotta be focusing. Cannot let Mansant look bad after he taught me how to play. Block Dread Screamer, lead on the pulping. I guess I also have the ability to block with Husk and then throw Tear Limb from Limb if I want to, then play Tear Limb from Limb. I kind of like playing the pulping because we have a good chance of discarding the Beast Within, and it sets us up pretty well, I think. So going to 14 seems fine here. So you think we should have led on the horror there? And we rip into Mark of the Beast. Is there any validity here to going Art of War, naming buff and banish the Mark of Beast to try and go Dread Screamer into a claw. Seems a little aggressive to make that play. I do like the idea of buffing this, though, to be honest. Like, giving this +1 feels pretty solid. Feels like kind of a waste of an Art of War, though, when Art of War is, like, really just meant to, like, be a get out of jail free card. I also hate to... I kind of want to keep the Dread Screamer, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to throw the Dread Screamer here. Feels like putting pressure on is just the best way to go. Thankfully, our opponent attacked because we just get to block with Husk now, because if not, we lose it here. So Ethan might be behind. He may not be live, but also at the same time, like, there's a big delay with YouTube, so it's kind of tough to, like, totally keep up with what's going on, like, sometimes, because I'm about 30 seconds ahead of you guys. So it's kind of, like, tough sometimes to know exactly where we should be. I think I want to go Art of War for Go Again, banishing the Shadowpede, and then draw into 2 cards, and potentially play the Blood Rush Bellow. I think that's a better play than just playing the Blood Rush blindly here. I guess if we rip into some non-6s, we're in a bad spot, but... And now I can just play the Blood Rush Bellow. So our next attack action has Go Again. So I get to go Shadowpede, Claw, Marauder. This is 8 Go Again, 5 Go Again, 5 Go Again, into 8 Go Again. I mean, we're really going to put a lot of pressure on this turn. And we also get to Arsenal the Mark of the Beast here. I like arsenaling the Mark of the Beast because it means if we just throw this at them, then we're setting ourselves up in a very positive way to turn off Blood Debt. And Boneyard Marauder. And this is 8. We're going to put our opponent down to 3 here. This is insane. Josh, I'm always terrified I cannot handle Levia. Levia is one of those decks that truly scares me when I play it because it's generally one of those things that I don't do very well with. But I am excited. So I kind of want to play Barraging Beatdown, pitch the Doomsday to play the Pulping, and then try to show the Mark of the Beast here. Throw the Mark of the Beast here. I guess us being at 13 means we can't really flip here. So we're just kind of forced to take Blood Debt if it does fall to that. Oh, wrong hero. That is not what I wanted. Why, I thought it put them on the other side, but I guess I'm wrong. And we do hit, which is perfect. This is exactly what we want. So this is 8 Dominate, and our opponent's forced to give us at minimum 1 piece of equipment or die here. Like, they have to give us equipment here. Giving me the Civic Steps is... I mean, I guess the Quicken token, they don't really get punished by the Quicken token here. They fall down to 2, and then Mark of the Beast is for 6. That's also going to turn off our Blood Debt. And I was like, they're more than likely going to be able to block this out. We turn off Blood Debt. We're setting ourselves up in a pretty positive way. Titan's Fist. I think we don't really care. I think we can just go to 9. Yeah, playing the Barraging and then the Pulping was a good start there to that turn. Caleb just posted the Skirmish Week 1 results. Zen has 200 plus points after just the first week. And he had 0 before that, right, Trent? Because we get to... Do we have 3 misses? No, we get to Dread Screamer. have one floating, pitch the Endless Maw to play Wild Ride. Yeah, I think we're just taking 4 here. I mean, we could also just wait for Reckless. That is also an option, but I don't think there's any reason to wait for Reckless if we don't need to, right? Like, we could just keep applying pressure. Keep trying to end the game here. Claw, if I pitch the Wild Ride to play Claw, it takes a card out of their hand and I can put the Endless Maw in my arsenal. I can also take a chance that I just like continue to draw well. I could throw the Wild Ride here if I wanted to. I think pitching the Endless Maw to arsenal the Wild Ride is a good play because it gives us the ability to have go again on the following turn, which I really like. Keep track of each time Blood deck kills you too. I mean, dude, please do. Please do keep track of when that kills me because I would like to know. And then everything kills him here. And we just get him there. All right, well, I have to say, 8 turns, 14.75 every single turn. That was a clinic. That was an absolute clinic. Yeah, Ethan's deck. We gave him the old razzle-dazzle right there. That was a good way to start the night. 1-0 with Levia. Maybe Levia Blitz is my thing, right? Like, maybe I should be playing Levia and Blitz and not CC, because God knows I can't play it in CC. This feels more like a Savage Sash matchup. I would think that we want to block one time and then set up a crazy hand where we can just kind of like go crazy. And then leave in all of our equipment, and we can use Scowling Flesh Bag as a way to like really propel ourselves forward. We did draw the Reckless right there, which was really nice. Also, going second's pretty good. Ooh, interesting. Let's just block efficiently, I think. We could get punished, maybe. So you just spent 3 cards for 9. You could just block with Dread Screamer, then 2-card 9 with Endless, Wild Ride, and Arsenal. Okay, I see what you're saying. So it would have set us up better to... We would have been able to throw 9 and block. Yeah, that makes sense. Good catch. That's why Ethan's the pro Levia player. Good catch. I appreciate you pointing that out, man. Imagine how good you'd be on Levia if she was riding a horse. See, Brad gets it. That's what I'm talking about right there. Levia riding a horse. Now we're talking. Now we're talking, boys. Now, this could very well be a defense reaction. If it is, it is. I don't really think there's anything we could do to play around it here. I do like the idea of being able to go Claw after this. Arsenal the Dread Screamer. We have a lot of equipment to block with. We are going to fall down to 16, which turns off their Scar for Scars, which is kind of nice. I've seen a lot of people playing Scar for Scar recently, and I don't know why. Like, is Scar for Scar on their resurgence lately? I mean, if it is, like, that's cool. Just surprised. Yeah, Ethan's in the YouTube chat. I was like, Ethan's hanging out. I think anytime I play Levia, Ethan comes by to, like, give me a hard time. Harass me a little bit, which I can't blame him. Like, you guys have seen me play Levia. Y'all know it's rough. All right. So... curious to see if they block here, and we're going to Arsenal and set up with a Go Again card for next turn. Now, we do only have 3 cards in our Banish Zone. We are probably looking... or I'm sorry, in our graveyard. So we are looking to block a little bit here. What is this? 1 or more equipment this turn? I think I have to let this hit, to be honest. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't think Victor would appreciate having Levia on his back. Probably not. Probably not. He barely tolerates the blonde dude. Oh, it's funny. I like that. I mean, we can just take 3 from this, right? Like, we don't need to block this for any reason. Although the next thing getting +1 is a little scary. Now, admittedly, we can just block with the Scabs and it'd be okay. So Pick to Pieces is fine. I really wish we could block with this, to be honest, but I think we're just going to block with Mark of the Beast. Flick Knives. Okay. All right, so we fall down to 6 here. So our opponents put a lot of pressure on us here, but we are going to play the Blood Rush, discarding the Beast Within. Oh, man, that's tough. Sheesh! This is not great. This is not great. Maybe I was supposed to block the Scale Peeler with the Savage Sash last turn. Set ourselves up to block a little bit more with equipment. We have not... No, we have had a 6 put in, so we can play this. We could also go Art of War. We could play Art of War, pitching Art of War to name... Go Again. Although we kind of just have Go Again. So we could crack the Sash and go Claw for 5, Claw for 5. Have none floating. I think we need to play the Art of War here, right? I think we need to play Art of War here. Ah, that's not what I wanted. We're going to go again and draw 2 cards. No, we're going to go buff and draw 2 cards. This costs 1, Claw costs 1, this costs 1. So we can go Claw for sure. For 5, Go Again. Yeah, they're going to take this. I do think this turn buys us tempo here. We crack the Sash. We come in for 9, Go Again. Now, there was a chance that we whiffed here, but I think that was a risk we had to be willing to take. And then this is also going to be for 10. I'm pretty sure this buys every card from our opponent here. Nathaniel, I know. We already won a game on Levia. We're 1-0. I probably should have just cut the stream off, right? Just cut the stream off, 1-0. Oh. We could play Tear Limb from Limb if we wanted to, or we could just play the Wild Ride here. Okay. Now we have to play the Shadow Realm Horror. I mean, probably just going to do that anyway, but... We're going to have 3 cards in our graveyard, none of which are going to be misses. Oh, we just win? No, give us the Flick Knives. They could have given us the Flick Knives there, but I'm going to be honest, I kind of think the writing was on the wall. So we took 14 and then did 12. I would like to know what the next 4 cards of our deck, not theirs. Probably, I don't know. I probably would have gotten greedy there, to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I probably would have gotten greedy there. It's just who I am. It's just who I am. Congrats on marriage, by the way. I don't know if I texted you. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Nate. I appreciate that a whole bunch, man. It means a lot. So our hand doesn't exactly do a lot of that blocking stuff. We'll just block with a Soul Harvest, I guess. It's not really doing much anyway early on here. Deck's busted? Bro, even I am 2-0 with this deck, so the deck's got to be insane, right? Tear's the reason you don't mind going first. I would assume, like, we always want to go second, right? Like, I know that that's, like, the Levia 101, like, board piece that people tell you is like, oh, you always want to go second because you want to be able to block. Something tells me we have to play the Art of War here. I mean, we could just roll Blood Rush and just see what happens, right? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to go again and banish to draw 2 cards. And we're going to banish the Wild Ride. I Again, I don't really like this. This does not feel great. The Dread Screamer will not get Go Again, other than the fact that it just has Go Again by itself. So what we could do is go 4 Go Again into a Claw. We could also roll Attempt to throw a Claw if we roll well, and then we could play the Blood Rush Bellow. I like the idea of just taking the more consistent line here of attacking for 4 and then throwing Claw. We know it's going to have Go Again, even though we didn't get anything we really wanted there. Man, I don't know. That's tough. This feels like a weird line here. Go second with more draw discard in the list. It's the old recursion list that want to go first. Okay. That makes sense. The Oracle has spoken. We've already done our skirmishes. There's not another one this weekend. LSS really doesn't want me to play Fab. They've announced an event every weekend I work. Yeah, so the only skirmish we got was at Richards this past weekend. There's not any more, like, there's not one for... There's not one at like Brick House or Joe's or anything. We've already gotten the only ones we're gonna get, which is a little unfortunate. That is a little unfortunate. Do I care about this? I think the answer is no, because Blood Rush is going to fill my graveyard the way I want it to. Flick Knives. Okay. And just a Nick? Okay, just kidding. Maybe we care about this more than I thought. I play Blood Rush greedily. I mean, listen. I thought about it. There was a half a second there where we thought about it. Half a second where I thought about it. They get a Shadow Pede and a Beast Within. Infect for 3. So I don't need to give up Sash here, but we're probably looking to block, right? I could block with the Swing Big. I could also just, like, block with Flush Bag for 1 and deny them the ability to, like, play a pump here. They could shred, but even then, like, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. We're probably just supposed to block with the Swing Big, I think. Maybe I'm supposed to block with Mark of the Beast, but I think I would rather fill my graveyard here. So, if they want to... Okay, they're going to Redback Shroud. Okay. Well, we're going to hope that we can put on a ton of pressure this turn. Hey, what's up, Dustin? How are you, buddy? They've hit me with the equipment one, like, pretty much every time that it's mattered, so... We keep the Mark of the Beast. I mean, we could go Claw, Mark of the Beast. So 5, 10, 8. We could also just play Blood Rush number 2, which is probably a better line. And now I can crack the Sash. And I can go... We technically have 3 misses. I can go Claw, crack Sash to play Dread Screamer here. So it's going to be 7, 14, and 10. Jesus Christ. This is insane. Grinding LL with the team? Oh, let's go. What are you guys looking at for LL? Are we talking about Columbus, I assume? Because we are also coming to Columbus, but I don't know what I'm going to play. I mean, I say that. It's probably just going to be Oldham because that's who I am. But... Okay, we got 2 whiffs and a hit right there, which is exactly how we want that to play out. We managed to take every card out of our opponent's hand. We are going to fall down to 5, but we do set ourselves up. And then our opponent just concedes, I think. What was the next 4 cards coming off the top? We had Reckless Swing, Beatdown, Pulping, Wrecker Romp. So we were going to go Barraging Beatdown, pitch the Reckless to play Pulping, and then no matter what we got, we were going to go Claw at minimum 1 time, maybe twice. And then our hand was going to be either Graveling Growl... No, that's wrong. We would have had nothing in hand, so our hand would have been Shadow P, Dread Screamer, Endless Maw, Barraging, which means I probably would have just overpitched to throw the Endless Maw, and then Arsenal the Dread Screamer, and then my hand would have been Pulping, Mark of the Beast, Wild Ride, Reckless, so I would have pitched Reckless Swing to throw Dread Screamer, played Mark of the Beast to throw pulping to try and end the game. And no matter what, we're left with a red that we can arsenal there. So either way, that was going to pan out. Man, this deck's insane. This deck is actually crazy. Like, we're just like going ham tonight. Hey, what's up, Blake? How are you, buddy? Josh said, what you hit all 3 misses? Chicago, but I'm testing Icelander. Oh, Chicago is in December, right? The calling in Chicago. Is it going to be LL, Dustin? This reminds me, if I'm going to play Blaze for skirmish, then goes with the horse. Listen, I won with the horse, and that's what matters. That's what matters, brother. We won with the horse playing in our skirmish, and that's what matters. I believe 3 Oldham games yesterday at the skirmish, and LL went to time. Yeah, Brad, it's just how it goes, man. Oldham just goes to time, brother. That's just what it is, fam. Would have died to Blood that though. Pulping doesn't turn it off. So in the following turn, we played the pulping. So yeah, there's potential for us to die there, but our opponent's at 2, right? And we have pulping for 6, dominate. Which means that even if they block with flick knives, they blocked with all their other equipment. If they give us a 3 block and that, they still take 2 and die. So we would have got there either way, right? Skype, I think so. Think so. Heard it from a source. All right, cool. Well, that'll be good to know. That means I need to play more LL. I went Berserk KO yesterday. Did you play at a skirmish yesterday? Anna, is that what you mean? Did you guys have an LL skirmish? Because I'm going to be honest, I really wish I had an LL skirmish. Skirmish. I was really hoping to get an LL skirmish in our area, and we did not, sadly. Also, Skype, welcome to the stream, man. First time chatter. Appreciate you being here, brother. Calling Chicago will be the first LL calling. Let's go. You love to see it. Hosted by MinMax Games. Oh, let's go. Hosted by MinMax. That's awesome. I like MinMax. They're cool. Also, the official sponsor of the Second Cycle Fab. If you guys haven't checked them out, you should. It's like Rob's hanging out in the chat with us right now. Columbus and Chicago are 2 more weekends I have to work. Nathaniel, you're lying. Come on. Come on, you can get off work, right? It's not like you have to plan out your vacation in January. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Ooh, the mirror. This should be fun. I assume you want to go second in the mirror. Sash or Husk? Husk, I assume? Husk, I assume? I don't know. Yeah, that's what I meant. We had 2 LL skirmishes here in Sao Paulo. Oh, dude, that's awesome. How'd you do yesterday with Berserk KO, if you don't mind me asking? And Josh, welcome back. Happy to have you back. I didn't know you left, but I guess you went to Twitch to her, or I guess you went to YouTube to harass Ethan. Is what you mean by you're back? But either way, welcome back. Happy to have you. Uh-oh. I'm in danger. Good thing our hand doesn't block for a lot. Our hand does not block very well. I'm hoping they don't really have a big attack here. Since they're sitting and thinking about it, it means that they probably don't. Did you guys see that we had 150 players in Battle Hardened Sao Paulo? Dude, that's awesome. Let's go. That's exciting. It's 36 hours of time off for those weekenders. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, man. That's tough. I guess let's block with the Beast Within first. And then we'll give the swing big. Hopefully they're not arsenaling a defense reaction here. Although we did get the ability to like set up some of our graveyard here. I mean, it's not a bad way to start the game, right? It's not a bad way to start the game. So we can throw the Shadow Realm Horror here. And then pretty much no matter what they do, we're going to Arsenal. We can also throw Claw for 5. And then if they give us Flesh Bag and block and get the Blood Rush, we can throw the other Claw. But if not, our turn's kind of stunted. So I think we're better off to just kind of like throw the Shadow Realm Horror here and have a lackluster turn. This is 9 go again, and they're pretty tempted to give us the Flesh Bag here, I would think. I would think my opponent does here. Yep, nice. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. They're blocking with virtually all of their equipment here. Making a might seems like a good play. We are going to pass, and we're going to Arsenal the Blood Rush Bellow. And we can block with the Boneyard Marauder, or maybe we don't want to block with anything here. So this is just 8. What if we were to give Husk here and play our hand out? I think that's the right play, right? We could also block with Boneyard Marauder and the Bonebreaker, but I think this is the right thing to do here. I think this is the right thing to do. Got a deck link. I'm thinking of trying Brute as a measly ripper. Hey, Bando, what's up, dude? Exclamation point deck, brother, in the chat, and it'll show you the deck list. Discarded our Dread Screamer, which is not what we wanted to see. Claw, Boneyard Marauder. Arsenal the Pulping. Claw, pitch, Beast Within to play. So Claw for sure. We're going to lead on Claw. It's going to be 5 go again. Probably going to get met with Husk here or some amount of equipment block. No, just going to fall down to 15. We're going to pitch Beast Within to come in for 5 go again. And then Boneyard Marauder is going to be for 8, turning off our Blood Debt. And we're going to have 2 cards in our graveyard here to work with. So we're going to put our opponent down to 9. It's like, I assume you're just giving me Husk here. Yeah. Going down to 8. And then we're going to Arsenal the Art of War, which I think is a good play for us. We can block with the Barraging. I know it's kind of greedy, but I'm tempted to just give the Flesh Bag on the Barraging here and then see what they do. Congrats on the win with Victor. He took down ours too. 2 in the top 4, 2-2 Victor. Oh, let's go. Thanks, Peterson. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate that, man. Hey, Electrum. What's up, dude? How are you, fam? You doing okay, man? We're going to tell our opponent that we're thinking here. People are generally more inclined to be friendly when you tell them that you're thinking. I'm kind of skeptical of giving Flesh Bag here, but I think it buys us maybe just enough breathing room to be where we want to be. I'm happy to go to 14 here. Ooh, okay. Go down to 8 and then still have all of our equipment, or I could give the Scabs here and just stay at 10 and then know that we have Scabs plus something else if we want it. I think that's fine. I think, again, this is a format where you have to be okay with just giving up your equipment for no reason sometimes. Go again and draw 2 cards. I'm going to name Go Again because I would like to be able to play the Wild Ride no matter what we draw. Now, we could go Graveling Growl into Wild Ride and Claw, which seems pretty good. I mean, this is 6 Go Again into 6 probably Go Again into Claw. Hey, what's up, Annabelle? Yeah, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Appreciate it, Electrum. Oh, they gave us that, and then they don't. Discard a 6. What a W for us. What a W for us. And we do hit a Shadow Pede. You love to see it, filling up the graveyard. We are going to have 3 of our 7 cards, or I'm sorry, 3 of our 8 cards are going to be misses, which is going to be a little unfortunate, but you got to give us 1 more card. You're just dead. All no blocks in hand. That definitely blocked, but then you were just going to die to Blood Debt, so that worked out. So yeah, 4 turns, 15.25. I mean, like, Levia just felt great right there. We were not going to be able to turn off Blood Debt on the next hand. So we were probably just looking at playing. We probably were going to block with the Dread Screamer, and then we could have just pitched Barraging Beatdown to play the Swing Big Arsenal the Pulping. Yeah, I guess that's what we could have done. I don't know. Either way, we won right there. It didn't really matter. Our opponent gave us Fleshbag on a turn that we wanted them to give us Fleshbag. And, I mean, let's just be honest. That's a major W. Anytime you're playing the Brute Mirror and you're like, yes, they gave me Fleshbag when we wanted it, that's great. I'm sorry to hear that you are having to distract yourself with Flesh and Blood. I hope that everything is okay in the grand scheme of things. I know that some things can be tough, but I hope everything's okay. Dude, we're 4-0. We're 4-0 right now. Like, how can you play 4 games already? Because of not playing Victor Oldham. I'm playing Levia. Remember the deck I went 0-7 with? Yeah. I'm 4-0. Carly said, well, nice. Neat. Oh, I have no idea what to do here. First, so we don't let them set up auras, I guess. I don't know. We'll use Husk here. Seems like the good play. I guess we want to go first. I really don't know. Maybe we're supposed to go second. I truly don't know. Yeah, this is... Like, we have to have Scabs in this matchup. Maybe this is Sash. But, I mean, Husk to block some of these feels pretty good, I think. I could just roll. I mean, it's turn 0. We might as well roll, right? We roll a 3. I mean, I guess I could just throw... the Dreadwood Rumbler, pitching this, and try to fuel our graveyard a little bit, and hope that I can Arsenal the Shadow Realm Horror. I can also just go Claw here. Pitching Doomsday. We could just pass, too. We could always just take the line of passing here. The February crossword? I don't know what February crossword you're talking about, to be honest, so no, I have not solved it. Is it what you were talking about in the spoiler chat earlier in the Discord? Fab and virtual hugs is the best we can do. I felt that, though. I felt that. Them putting Merciful into play is not very cash money of them. Hopefully we can block with the Endless Maw and the Wrecker Romp here. Hopefully. She's definitely a lot easier to play in Blitz. The game doesn't go long enough to really worry about Scabs or Blood Debt. Also, the Armor and Blood Rush turns just feel so much oppressive. Oh, dude. So I have to say, this has felt very oppressive so far. Like, honestly. That's not even a joke. Like, this has felt kind of insane, to be honest. I hate to let them deal Arcane Dust and kind of, like, clear up the board a little bit here, but... And, like, I mean, go and get things with Prism, but I don't know... With them, like, maybe I'm just supposed to pass on turn 0 because of exactly what happened. It's a very good card for Verdance. Very blocky. I do like cards that block a lot. I do enjoy cards that block a lot. Doing a Blitz skirmish for the season. I'm confident in my Blitz game. So getting LL reps in. Dude, let's go. That's exciting, Dustin. How are there gonna be a bunch of you guys there? And I think we have to take this. Maybe I'm just supposed to block with Husk there. Husk and like try to play out a little bit of a turn. I don't know. It's a tough decision to make. If I give the Wrecker Romp, I can roll and then try to clear Merciful and attack them. We do let them put another aura into play, but I need to fill up my graveyard. And maybe I'm not supposed to roll. Like, maybe I'm genuinely not supposed to roll here. Maybe it's just supposed to be attack the Merciful and pass. We are going to fall down to 15 because of the arcane damage. Yeah, I don't know. Let's roll. Let's see what we hit here. Was like, I am generally a fan of rolling when you can in matchups like this. But again, we've also all learned I'm not the best brute player in the world. Oh yeah, the Earth Defense React. The Earth Defense Reaction is insane. That card's really cool. If Prism makes you go first, always just Arsenal pass. Listen. Let's take a beat there, Josh. I don't know that you've ever taught me anything about playing Levia. I don't know that you've ever taught me anything about playing Levia. Josh out here trying to take credit for this nonsense. Listen at him. All right, Toma Divinity. It's looking pretty good. Get to have a 4-card hand here. They did lose their Angel, which I guess they probably just wanted to lose their Angel here. If we draw into a Blood Rush, hey, yikes. It's a yike-a-roonies. It's not looking good, boys. Speaking of skirmish, the yellow one I went to saw a Dromai go on an absolute tear, having to fight every ninja in Swiss and then again in top 4 to win it all. Oh, wow, that's awesome. That's really cool, actually. That is actually really cool. I mean, we're just supposed to pitch Blood Rush to play Blood Rush, right? We're going to have to hope that we discard the Beast Within. It's going to have to be our turn. I don't want to pop this. We're just going to give Husk, right? Go to 13 and play out our turn. I don't want to let them copy a Genesis or a Spectral Shield. So, yep. The Earth D-React is neat, Jay, I agree. It's going to be a puzzle, though, for how much decompress you can safely run without them fighting over each other. Yeah, I agree. That makes a lot of sense for, like, gameplay in general. We did not discard the card that we wanted to, but that is okay. So I get to go Claw into Shadow Realm Horror. If we get 3 hits, I can play something. I could just lead on the Shadow Realm Horror here since we know it has Go Again, and then it could give us more info about our hand. Okay, so we do not get the extra ability, so this is just going to be 9 Go Again. And then I get to go Claw into play Mark of the Beast. Actually, or is it better? I guess it depends on what they do here, right? Because we might want to kill the Genesis, but I mean, if we can just like try to kill them, right? That's where we want to be. Watching Levia and Blitz is so cool. I agree. I thoroughly enjoy playing her and Blitz. So if we throw this, it's for 8. It forces at minimum 2 cards out of their hand, even if it's a Soul Shield. Otherwise, we throw this and they only have to give us 1 card, which I don't like as much, so I really want to put the pressure on, I think. Leaving the Genesis in play is a little bit of a scary proposition, but it's okay, I think. We'll also only have 2 cards in our graveyard, which is a little awkward. Okay, so Mansan's saying to throw the Mark as well, which is what we decided to do. So I feel a little bit better about my decision, because I got to be honest, I was really questioning that choice right there. Was really questioning that choice for a minute there. I log out for 40 minutes and you've already got 4 wins doing Ethan proud. That's right, Simper. That's right. We're doing everything we can to make Ethan proud here, to be honest, because God knows when I play CC, I don't with Levia. God knows I don't. And, I mean, to be fair, he did say that the format is just so much faster that I have to think less. I don't know that he meant it as bad as I just made it sound. Maybe he did, I don't know. But either way, that's what's happening. And, like, we're just kind of running people over. So, flip, Ravages, I assume, and then take nothing, stay at 3. Yep. And we turn off Blood Debt. We're going to go Blood Rush, then Beast Within. If I block with Soul Harvest as a popper, I can play Dread Screamer into Claw. Really depends on what their turn looks like here. I've been told off by the master. Oh, I see, because it was following Manset's message. It's been good. You navigated the mirror very well. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's another hand I really don't want to copy. Let them copy a Genesis here. But I need to block with something, right? Because that means I can't just naturally play the Dread Screamer. Is there a world, and hear me out here, where I am supposed to just give Fleshbag and, well, probably just give Fleshbag, right? We take 5, go to 8. Then I take the Genesis and we take the Spectral Shield. And then they flip protection. So we go to 8, we go to 7, we go to 6. And then we get to lead on the pulping. The only problem is if they stuff it, we're in a pretty bad spot. I could always give Soul Harvest and the Bonebreaker to make a Might, but then I don't really have much of a turn. So I think this is just a better play. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Gotta go temporarily. I hope we can make it back before the Briar games start. Hey, let's go, Brad. Hope you have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Just Fleshbag? Okay, so I have to admit, I'm like saying these things and then I'm seeing Ethan say these things in the chat. Now, he's realizing them about, 30 seconds before I am, but still, be lying if I said it didn't make me feel a little nice that Ethan was also saying the same things that I'm saying right now. Makes me feel like maybe I actually did learn a little bit about Levia when I was playing it. Dread, Pulping plus Claw. Oh, because I blocked with that, I can play Dread. Actually, yeah, that's insane. Never mind. Listen to the guy who made the deck. I don't argue with Ethan. I ask questions because I like to understand his thought process, but I don't argue with Ethan. Okay, we're waiting on our opponent to refresh here. But because we blocked with the Fleshbag, we turned on our ability to throw Dread Screamer, which is really nice. I did say lead with the pulping, and that is wrong. Yes. But I corrected it after you told me it was wrong. We could have played the Tear Limb from Limb here. I don't know that we're supposed to because we have a pretty consistent hand, but I'm not going to lie. It would be fun to play Tear Limb from Limb right here. Okay. So we're going to pitch the Tear Limb to play Dread Screamer. Attacking them. And then depending on what the pulping hits, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're going to have 3 cards regardless in our graveyard because of the pulping, but hopefully we can do this and swing the claw. And there honestly might even be a world where we kill the Genesis if we have the ability to here. Gaslighting in the chat? I don't think Ethan's gaslighting me. I mean, maybe he is. Maybe he is. I mean, you never know. I'm just saying. Only met Ethan in person one time. We don't know. We need this to be a hit here. Okay, we hit another pulping, which I'm not going to lie. I hate to see like another dominate attack go away, but I do like that we hit something here. If we can take a card out of hand and clear the Angel, I might just kill the Genesis here. I made a Levia very sad earlier, drew a lot of stealth, and they just couldn't fill graveyard and kept taking blood debt. I mean, yeah, that sounds pretty rough for Levia. I argue with Ethan all the time. Josh, you argue with anybody all the time. That's like your MO, fam. It's like your MO. So they're actively losing their Phantasmal Footsteps here. If we attack them, they go to 1. If we kill the Genesis, they could like have a pretty good card here. I think we're supposed to attack them. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just a greed monster in me, like trying to kill them. But I think attacking them is probably correct here. Because I don't know why they would give up their equipment like that. Feels wrong. I think throwing the claw to the face was a decent option there, all things considered. They put Arclight into Soul and draw a card. I do not have a way to currently grant Go Again, which kind of makes me want to block this, but I don't think I'm supposed to. So we could play Barraging Beatdown and then throw Mark of the Beast at them, pitching the Dreadwood Rumbler, and then Arsenal the Graveling Growl. Now, Graveling Growl doesn't help us turn off Blood Debt, but it does... I think we're just supposed to take this, honestly, and go down to 5. I would have also have thought they had no blocks in hand, but I guess they just decided that they wanted to try and keep their hand. Maybe they were hoping I would kill the Genesis here. I don't know. So it's an interesting thing. Maybe I'm supposed to roll? If I roll, I have the option to go potentially Mark into Claw, which is good. Rolling a 1 doesn't cost me the game, though. I don't know. Let's roll. I mean, it might cost me the game, but I don't lose on the spot to Blood Debt or anything. So that's always good. So what I can do is go Barraging Beatdown. Okay, until the end of the turn. They're going to play Toma Divinity. Okay. We're going to take a card from their hand. We're going to throw Mark of the Beast at them, maintaining an action point. Then we're going to break the combat chain and throw Graveling Growl. Because we've broken the combat chain, a 6 will get banished from Mark of the Beast text, which means we can then throw a 1 for 6. And I think they're going to give us 2 cards here. Also depends on what's in their hand. Roll does win the game. Mark barraging into Graveling. Okay, so again, Ethan is just realizing this stuff way faster than I am, which, to be fair, is expected. That's phenomenal. That's awesome because it clears out the Spectral Shields. They stay at 3. We're forced to break the combat chain, and then we can throw Graveling Growl at them, and I don't think there's any way for them to block this all. So rolling a 4 actually won us the game there, and we're able to close it out right here. You love to see it. 5 turns, 15.5 AVPT. We're on fire tonight. 5-0. We're killing it. We're killing it. And we had to pitch a Blood Rush that game. I don't think we played Nardo War that game either. Man, we're on fire right now. Yeah, it's been a good stream. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, hey, Waves. What's up, buddy? How are you? I mean, that is true. Ethan has like a bajillion years and games on Levia. Also, like, it's probably fair to say Ethan's just a better player than me. So when you put all those things together, it makes a lot of sense. When Viserai was bad and played him since, my time is now. Get this man a Cold Foil Blaze. I actually did win a Cold Foil Blaze. Is this the one matchup we go first in? I don't know if I'm supposed to go first here, but it feels like I am. Could be wrong. I don't know. I'm going to go first, though. Try and fill the graveyard a little bit, maybe. We can roll, and if we hit, we get to throw Swing Big and Shadowpeed, Arsenal, Mark of the Beast. We roll a 1. It's like just we didn't have a turn, which I guess is fine. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Now we're cooking with gas. We're cooking with some cheese now. Let's go. No, actually, that's wrong. I was definitely supposed to throw the Shadowpeed first, and it just dawned on me. Because if they give 3 cards here, they just get a Quicken, which could actually just kill us. Got 2 people at work in the game. One potential misplay was block with Apex early just for the might and the ability to then sack it later for graveyard fill. Okay, and also should have rolled for Scabs on turn 0. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Now, they do get a Quicken token, which is a big sad here, but hopefully they can't abuse it too well. Get this man a Cold Foil Blaze. I'm actually very thankful I already won one, Max. I'm very thankful I already won one. I have it upstairs. I have it upstairs, which now means that I have a Cold Foil one. It means that the Rainbow Foil one's just going to be a part of my 24-hour stream giveaway that we're doing, so... Because I had a rainbow foil one because I wanted a copy of the hero. This hand seems like block Graveling Growl, Wrecker Romp, and then throw 9. Leave 2 cards in the graveyard. But against Rhinar, I kind of think you have to block with whatever you get, right? Just take 20. Take 20. Take 20. He said, Josh, chill. This is about hyping up aggro. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Ethan. Ethan's got my back, even if Josh doesn't. Send the Claw, Mark and Arsenal is not worth it. Okay. Duly noted. I don't know. I felt like it would be okay to like bail us out of a bad spot, though, right? I mean, I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it. So this is 6 go again because of how they did this. We could give the Claw or the Husk here. I don't think so. I think we're supposed to block Wrecker Romp and Endless Maw. Really wish they would have taken the Endless Maw here. The Dreadwood Rumbler or the Endless Maw would have been fine. We can just throw this, I guess. I do have a no block in my hand, so. You settled completely on who you want to play? Who are you playing? Who are you going to play, Waves? You want an open arsenal for when you draw double non-blocks? Okay. Okay. This is just 6. I mean, I would fall down to 14 here. I don't really want to give Husk here. I don't really want to give Husk here. I may be forced into a different situation where I'm forced to give it if I don't give it here. I guess it's okay to give it here. Azuri? Oh, let's go, Waves. That's exciting. Azuri's a very fun hero. Azuri is a very fun hero, in my opinion. Now, the roll might be a little aggressive here. Because rolling a 1 means we do nothing. But also, like, if we roll a 4 or better and we go Mark of the Beast into Graveling Growl again, it's a pretty solid play considering our graveyard is set up already pretty well. Like, it's pretty stocked. We roll a 1, this feels bad, but we roll a 4. Nice. Maybe I'm supposed to Arsenal the Graveling Growl and try to set up for a massive 5-card hand here, but just block with Scab so you have more life for the potential flip there. So, isn't there a potential spot, like, and this is a very serious question, where we could get worked into a spot to where, like, the Claw forces Husk and we don't want to have to give it up? Is that not, like, a thing that could happen? Because it feels like a very real thing that could happen. And I just say that because, like, my experience playing Chain has told me that sometimes you want to block with it earlier because sometimes things can be awkward. The good news is that we have all 6s in our graveyard, which is kind of nice. He gives me shit as much as aggro, as much as I give, as much as I give him both. I was told at one time arsenaling the 1 cost are the best. Okay, so like you want to Arsenal Graveling Growl and stuff like that. I assume that like we potentially want to be arsenaling cards like you know, Art of War, Blood Rush Bellow, things like that. This feels like a I don't like that they had that. I mean, I would really like to play my Art of War here and play the Wild Ride into something else. Go down to 13? I don't know. No, if they throw a Weakest Leak at us, I'm supposed to have all of my equipment to block it with because I can't protect my hand. if you block with Scabs, you have more block to work with on the next turn. Plus save 2 life the last turn. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to block Scabs here. And then we're going to play out our hand. So we're going to fall down to 9, which is pretty scary against Rhinar. But to be fair, like, being at 20 is scary against Rhinar. Rhinar can just take your whole hand and just do a bajillion in one turn. If they had left us with the Mark of the Beast, there might have been like an option where I decided to block with Bonebreaker there. So we're going to go again and draw 2 cards. I think it's always better to go again, just in case. You never know what you're going to draw into. And we're guaranteeing that we can play the Wild Ride here. We could go Graveling Growl into the Wild Ride, but I think we're better off to play Wild Ride and hope we discard the Beast within. That would be the ideal discard for us. Okay. They take the Flesh Bag. Please take the Graveling Growl. That is like our hope right here, is that they take Graveling Growl. Is flipping realistic in Blitz? I feel like 1 power turn, 1 run block, and it doesn't happen. I mean, it's probably not super consistent, I would imagine, but... Alright, well, they took the card we wanted them to take, which means they take 2, fall down to 9, and then we're able to throw Claw here. You're not even playing... Like, I guess you can flip into either Levia, right? I would assume it's not super consistent, but if Ethan says it is, I would listen to Ethan by far. That is, like, probably the best advice I would give you about playing Levia. If Ethan says it, listen to Ethan. Yikes. Okay. So we're forced to block with both of our cards here, which I really don't like doing, but this is also bad because we're going to fall down to 6 after we throw 6. Because the only real play we have here is to throw the Shadowpede. Maybe I could have blocked with a card and some equipment and tried to throw the Dread Screamer there. If I block with Swing Big and Bonebreaker, I take 4, fall down to 5, and then I'm able to throw the Dread Screamer. So it ends up being exactly the same number of points offensively, except we're sending the same amount of points offensively, except we take more damage defensively. So I think that's a mistake, personally. I don't know. Flipping versus Brute, Guardian, and Warrior is very easy. Okay. I mean, against the slower matchup, I guess that against the slower matchups, I guess that makes sense. Makes sense against some of the slower matchups. Are you sure you're going to switch over to Briar? Let's keep this win streak going with Levia. Simper, I'll swap over to Briar. I think it's fun to play some other heroes. Just, God, please let us draw the Reckless right here. I mean, if we do, we still have to be able to play it, but... Take Terror Limb from Limb. Alright, so we can't win the game with it now. Rhinar takes a card. Take 4, go to 2. Not much I can do, but this is like our play that we have. I mean, if they draw their Reckless Swing, we're just dead, but anyway. Guess I'm a biased assassin player. They don't tend to flip against me because I attack react. I mean... Oh, man. Alright, so we're going to lead on Shadow Realm Horror. Technically, there's only 2 misses, so we have a high chance of being able to do this. We actually... What does this say? You may play a banish card this way this turn. Nice. So So we can throw the swing big after this, which probably just wins the game. I mean, this is 7. Uh-oh, Reckless Swing. Did we finally lose? We did. I mean, that's very unfortunate. Considering how the game played out, we played the game, I think, for the most part, to the best of the ability. The turn with Blood Debt was one that we could have debated on how to play it out, but the turn that we drew our Reckless Swing, we just drew it with 2 cards that weren't 6s, and our opponent intimidated every card but 1, leaving us with just a card that didn't block, so we had to fall down to 2. I would have loved to have been able to win with the Reckless Swing right there, or honestly, I would have been okay with just being able to like stay at 3 that turn. Like if I would have been able to keep the Dread Screamer there, I would have loved to have been able to block with the Dread Screamer. Anything there. Brown plus Dread plus Graveling should win. If you'd blocked with Apex earlier, then you're at 3 instead of 2. Yeah, that's true. If I block here earlier in the game, I'm able to keep that 1 extra life and win the game. So this is again one of those times when I have to remember that the game is just fast and furious in Blitz, and keeping equipment for a long time is not exactly where you want to be. Like, that's one of the things that I'm really bad about, especially in the Blitz format, is that I try to hang on to my equipment too long instead of just blocking with it to get value. And I need to be better about that in Blitz. I have to say that was one thing I really forced myself to do against like when I was playing at my skirmish this past weekend. Yeah, keeping it for late doesn't matter much. It's unfortunate that like my Guardian Brain just kind of can't help that sometimes. I mean, it feels like we want Sash. It feels like we want Husk in every matchup. I'm wondering if we want Arcane Lantern here, or if we just want to ignore the Arcane Barrier and just straight race them. You know what? We're going to live on the edge. We've won 5 games tonight playing this. We're just going to live on the edge, and we're just going to run it. I have absolutely zero idea if this is correct. In fact, it's probably not correct to not run AB, but we're going to go for it. That Rune Chant's looking a lot better. Would they pitch a cash in here? Oh, Mansant says to ignore arcane damage. Okay. We don't really have anything great to do this turn, so I'm pretty interested in just playing the Beast Within. We could roll and try to go Beast Within into Claw. Okay. Arsenal the Endless Maw. I mean, in a format where we're just trying to put the pedal on the floor. No balls, no babies. Never heard it put quite like that, but I hear what you're saying, Rob. I hear what you're saying. What? No balls, no babies. Carly just said something, cut off your balls. I don't know. Like, what the fuck? I too like to live dangerously. I actually love that movie. Carly loves that movie too. We love Austin Powers. Just use your armor early to not die to pings late. Like into Briar when you are reasonably blocking 3 by pitching a blue. Okay. So whatever this is going to be Husk. So we're going to take the Arcane. We're going to take the Arcane. This is going to be 9. I mean, it's going to be Go Again. If I give Husk and Scabs here, I could give Husk and Fleshbag here. And then just try to play the Go Again hand. Stay at 16. Like, I don't know what we're taking, so I don't know what potential value we're going to get there, but they may not care at all. I really don't want to give a card from hand, but maybe we're supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to give Wrecker Romp and Bonebreaker here. This gives us a Might token, and then we can pitch the Doomsday to play the Wild Ride. And then they're going to throw Rosetta Thorn at us. We're going to take the 2, fall down to 14 because we don't have any choice, and we're just going to block with Scabs. Oh, you also don't want to be pitching blues because you would rather just have them to... You would rather just have them in your graveyard. That also makes sense. So we're going to pitch Doomsday. We discard a Reckless Swing, which is unfortunate. So not much we can do. We're going to fall down to 13, and we're going to try and hang on. I think this was correct. I think we were supposed to go Wild Ride into the Endless Maw. Like, if we discarded this and ripped into a blue, or if we discarded a 6, we were fine. To be able to throw the Endless Maw here, which would have been a lot of value for us. Now, do I want to flip? Something tells me the answer to this question is yes. I think the answer to this is yes. Okay. I have no idea if that was right or not. Uh-oh. Okay, they pitched a Force of Nature, which is not an Earth card. We have 2 misses over there. Hey, what's up, Brad? Yeah, we're about to be playing Briar here in just a few minutes. Why would you not flip? That's fair. This is a hand that I feel like would do very well. So we go to 8. We could have given the Reckless Swing there. So Thorn puts us to 4. And we're going to do our best to go pulping into the Endless Maw this turn. I could roll if I wanted to guarantee it, right? We could roll. Hey, what's up, Michael? Hey, Skype. We don't have a Shadow Realm Horror. I'm not sure what you mean, Skype. This feels like an unnecessary time to roll. Man. That's unfortunate. Which means they're just gonna... No. Okay, deal. That was definitely a mistake. Our opponent made a mistake right there. Oh, Shadow Realm Horror might be a reason not to flip. Oh, because you can't play the cards, right? Once they get banished off of that. We banished a Blood Rush Bellow. Big Sag. Big Sag. Block with Barraging Beatdown. Pitch the Dread Screamer to play Dread Screamer, and then roll to try and go Double Claw. We take 1, fall to 3. I think this is the correct play. Okay, we got a 6 to get go again. We almost missed, but we got go again. So 2 cards from our opponent here. And I think we're going to roll to try and take 2 more cards here. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the blue Spellskite there. Or I'm sorry, Spellskite. I mean, I'm supposed to keep the blue Dread Screamer. Alright, be good to us, please. Alright, so rolling didn't change anything. We don't take any blood debt because it doesn't matter. We are going to banish a card. Hopefully we can rip into like a Blood Rush here to like try and end the game next turn. Graveyard's not in a state to worry about the Shadow Realm possibility versus aggro. Not ever taking blood that is huge because you might have to block down. Yeah, I just said Spellskite. I guess like... I guess reading Skite from the Twitch chat is making me think of Spellskite from Magic for some reason. Like, I don't know if you guys ever played Magic, but Spellskite was... Spellskite's a great card. It was really good against Burn, which I always hated, personally. Yeah. So, our hand literally doesn't block, so we're gonna go buff and banish. And we're going to banish this. block 4. And then we're going to attempt to end the game. Dominate should get us here. All right, let's go. It did get us there. All right, so the fact that they weren't able to keep their CMH was a huge break for us, because if they had actually had a blue card to keep, or an earth card to keep their CMH, we would have been in a really bad spot. But they chose to play their CMH pitching a Force of Nature, which is not an earth card. It's just an elemental card. I think it's an elemental Runeblade card. So that worked out pretty well for us. All right, 6-1. We're crushing it. 6-1. Dude, well done. Thank you. I appreciate that. I actually feel like that's a very high compliment coming from Ethan. We're going to play one more. We're going to play one more before we take a break and start playing Briar. It's also good against Boggles. Oh, that's true. It is very good against Boggles. It is very good against Boggles. Thanks, Trent. Played through some bad variants very well. Dude, thanks, Ethan. I really appreciate that, man. If I can start translating that to playing Levia and CC, who knows? Crazy that you were able to win that without cryptic commands? Bro, it's crazy how bad cryptic command is nowadays. All right, so Ethan has a matchup for this. But it is wild to me, Rob, actually how bad cryptic command is nowadays. Hey, Brick, what's up, dude? I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to run Claw, AB3. Ooh, I like this. A lot of protection, and Sash should just go straight ham. I feel like pitching to Arcane Barrier is probably not where we want to be, but like it's kind of like what Ethan just said. It's not putting cards in our graveyard. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. The new Briar card that got spoiled last night. Which one are we talking about? I mean, we could just like turn this on to block it out, but I don't think that's necessary. Which one specifically, Brad? Sheesh. So they're going to throw a Swell Tidings at us. Now, the only good thing that's going for us right now is the fact that they do not have any counters on Blaze, which means their hero ability isn't really activated yet, but we did just fall down to 15. We're going to try and throw Pulping here. Like the idea of like kind of forcing them to make a decision right now. Okay, Cindering Foresight changes that fast. You really only need AB on turn 0 or when they Storm Striders, so you can use Skullhorn to fill the graveyard if you need to. Okay, that's good. That's actually really solid to know. I mean, we're gonna see what they do here. I'm debating cracking the Sash. They remove 2 counters. Could be a Forked Lightning, a Meritus Scolding. A Meritus Scolding is going to be for... Actually, hang on. We have to think about this turn and how we want this to look. This is for 5. If I pitch my blue, I can play Pulping for 8. So I would take 2, fall down to 13, then take Winning Moon to 10, and they would go to 9. Okay. I mean, again, it is unfortunate, but... And we're going to throw the Pulping here. And we did hit a miss, which I guess is fine, to be honest. Oh, you would have used Tear there? Okay. This is definitely one of those heroes when I need to take a moment and think about what I want to be doing here. We're going to crack Sash, and we're just going to try and go all in. This is a hand that could very potentially kill them here. I think we have to play to the fact that Wild Ride is just, like, insanely powerful. Okay. So having 2 resources floating is like very solid, especially considering they're at 9. I mean, how did they go? Bottom, bottom? Not that it truly matters. They can go talismanic lands here and have 5 counters, which means they can throw red emeritus at us, which is fine. I am probably just going to go ahead and turn these on. Like, this is probably the turn they're going to go for it. They're already looking at things before they're even seeing if we're going to hit or not. God, please don't let us take a lot of damage here. Okay. Only taking 1 is solid. It's actually more of a chance that we miss here. They have to pitch to absorb an ether. Activate Blaze. Does this even matter? Because it's what, for 8? I mean, we literally just throw the swing big, right? Because they can't stop this. They have no cards in hand. They can't block. We throw the swing big, and we're literally just going to play AB. There's no reason to do anything. My opponent's, like, tried to throw everything at us here, and it just doesn't matter. Yeah, I think our opponent got a little too excited there and kind of, like, tried to pop off. This is going to be for 9, but we're going to AB 3, and then we're going to break the grasp and stay at 6, and then you can't block this. Okay, cool. Well, 3 turns, and we crushed it right there. Don't use Darkness if it's not killing you. You'd take Blood Debt for no reason. That is actually a good thing to note. Did not realize... I knew that had Blood Debt, but I wasn't thinking about it having Blood Debt. I think when they started... So I think when our opponent right here started, like, playing cards and doing things before they ever saw if the Wild Ride was even going to have go again, I was pretty like, okay, like, we're just going to play defense. We're just going to do what we can here. And the fact that they literally just put themselves in a position to let us AB and play that out worked out very well for us. The Claw did have go again, but there was no reason to use the resources there, right? So if they're still letting that happen and they say no blocks, it's lethal, right? The Claw is lethal, I think. No, they had Absorb. They played Absorb and they were still at 7. So, I probably would have just thrown the swing big regardless, right? Or I guess actually we could have just like, we could have thrown the Claw there and then had the 3 cards in our hand. And then we could have used the Dance and the Darkness if we needed to, but we didn't have to there, I guess. So either way. So we went 0-7 the first time I played Levia in CC, and now we're 7-1. Feels like a pretty good change. Now, Mansant was kind enough to point out that there is a little bit less thought that goes into it in Blitz because you don't have to worry about Blood Debt and the rest of the game and setting up your graveyard and everything like that. But that deck felt really strong. Our only loss was to a Rhinar, in which a game we probably would have won if I would have played better. So Levia is awesome. If you're looking for a Blitz deck and you don't know what to pick up, just go pick up Levia. It's really cool. I would recommend. We are going to take a small break. I got to use the bathroom. When I come back, we're going to be playing Briar. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. Okay, short break, and we're back. Now, we're going to be playing Briar, which I'm going to be honest, I would tell you that I know Briar a little bit better, just because I played more Briar than I have Levia, but also I wasn't expecting to go 7-1 with Levia, so Briar's got some pretty big shoes to fill after that. Oh, shit, it's a mirror. Carapace for AB2, I imagine. Let's just run the 60. I truly don't know. Maybe we cut a standing order for a lightning press. Or sink below, maybe? Maybe we just run standing orders. Nah, I'm not gonna think about it. We're just gonna run it. We're just gonna see what happens. We have drawn a pretty good hand, but no blue, which is awkward. Aggro Blaze in his Discord. Guys, I won insert local event here today. Us, yeah, bro, you never lose. Thanks, Brad. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I lose way more often than that, but I appreciate the wave of confidence there. All right, our opponent's running the same loadout as us here. They activate Grasp, pitching 2 reds, which means they're probably just going to pass, if I had to guess. No. I could AB2 and give 2 cards here. I could also just go to 19 and then give the Lightning Surge and the CMH. Or, I'm sorry, the Command and Conquer. We want to keep the CMH. If we draw an Earth Blue, it's insane. Which we did, which is very nice. Now, unfortunately, we did not draw an attack, which is a little awkward. But I can create this. I will have to call him back later. We could make the decision to just play Bramblespark Confused to make the lightning token, but I don't think we need to. I think I would rather put this into play. And then I guess we can just throw this, right? Like, we might as well just throw this and just try to put some pressure on here. Now, if our opponent has a really good hand, I'm going to be in a bad spot. But I think it's worth it to just try and do this here. I got to know the track you played during the intermission. So it's actually like one of those like DMCA music tracks or whatever it's called. Like the one where you get like it's like there's no copyrights. Like I'm able to play like that music without like getting like copyright strikes or something on YouTube. So, but I mean, I'm happy to send you the playlist or like post it in the Discord or something like that, Waves, if you're interested in it. More than happy to, buddy. If I top 8 an event with only 8 people, is it still a top 8? Yes. Yes. The answer to that is always yes. Wow, this hand, yikes. Yeah, this hand's a big yikes. So we blocked with 2 attacks, and then we've went, what, 6 straight cards without seeing one? That's terrifying. Nimblism? Jesus, what are they throwing at us? Standing order? So we have to take this. They don't get to draw a card, but this is 11 go again. So we can block 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. Or I could block 3, 6, 8, 10, 11. Bottom the Bramblespark. I would like to keep the blue just in case I rip a 1-coster, but maybe I'm just supposed to block like this. It's probably just the best case, right? And we get to put the Bramblespark on the bottom. We did find a Command and Conquer. I mean, I guess it's an attack. We can throw Command and Conquer for 9. At least it's something, right? How do you draft with 3 people? I don't know that you can... I don't know that you can do that. I don't know that you can draft with just 3 people. It could just be like me being pessimistic, but I don't know that that's like feasible. I once won a draft skirmish with 3 people. Bro, what? The store owner sat in as the top 4 and value drafted? Oh, so one, Ethan's saying it was during Monarch and it was during the Wild Wild West Flesh and Blood. And also, I mean, he's saying that like the guy sat in, which is pretty cash money of the store owner. I've been to one competitive like ProQuest RTN event that only had 8 people. And we literally just played 3 rounds, and the person who was 3-0 won. Which was very disappointing because it was a ProQuest and I came in second. Sheesh. I think we're going to 11 because I want to play Bramble Spark fused with the Autumn's Touch. Play Ravenous Rabble so I can see the card on top of the deck and then go E-Strike for potential draw card. Or for just a billion. So I think we're just going to go to 11 here, and we're going to use Snapdragons. Now, our opponent has seen the second CMH, which is terrifying. But I think we have to try and make a play here. We have a Scar for a Scar on top. So, is this me or them? It's them. Okay, thank God. So, this is 7, go again. There's not really an on-hit effect here. And then I can go 5, draw card, snap, play Rosetta Thorn. Which I think is pretty good, because they want to keep their cards, and we're trying to push the pressure here. I mean, they go down to 6, and then they go to 2. Or I could Arsenal the Scar for a Scar. I don't know. I think throwing the Thorn here is good. I have yet to top 8 a ProQuest. Only 1 RTN. Hey, on a side note, Kenneth Calamari, let's go. Thank you for the sub on YouTube, brother. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us, man. We got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're here for the first time. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings, man? Tell me a little bit about yourself. I'd love to get to know you, brother. Okay, this sounds interesting. Hey, I mean, dude, listen, it's your time will come. You keep practicing, you keep playing at it, and I promise you it comes around. That is the honest to God's truth that I would tell everyone, is that it does come around. I mean, if I take 8, I'm just dead, so I need to block here. Go to 5. Yep, saw that coming. We've probably lost this one. The only way I can see us getting there is if we're able to block and keep Sonata, maybe. Sonata might be able to get us there. I doubt it, but it's possible. Come a long way since heavy season, so I have higher hopes for the upcoming ProQuest season. See, dude, that's a great attitude to have, bro. Honestly, wholeheartedly and honestly, it's a great attitude to have, brother. That's bad. Take 1, go to 3. And then we're going to take 2 Arcane to go to 1. And we're going to block with Sonata, and we probably just lose. Big Sag. I don't really know how we play this one out any differently. Having the like, seeing the 6-card stint there with no attack actions kind of hurt us. I mean, yeah, Grasp literally just kills us. It doesn't matter what they do. Hey, what's up, Mazzo? How are you, buddy? Week 1 skirmish. I have played at 1 skirmish. It's the only local one I'm going to have. And I ended up winning playing Victor. So it was pretty good. Got a CMH out of it and got a Cold Foil Blaze out of it, which was pretty cool. I thought the Gen Con Blaze and the Cold Foil Blaze were the same, but they are not. So thought that was pretty sweet to have some variety there. Heavy season was my first season actually playing those types of events. I mean, yeah, dude, absolutely. You got to look at it in a positive light. I cannot agree with you enough there. You have to look at it in a positive light. I am interested to see what we got going on here because I'm not in open format. Played Yu-Gi-Oh! For 10 years and never top 8'd. But see, Max, but now you get that opportunity. Now you get that opportunity in Flesh and Blood, man. Keep grinding it out, brother. They said real aggro place. That's funny. I get a kick out of that. We could put the Sink Below in. Since Aurora is like a value deck, maybe we want to play a value game. They're going first, so maybe going second, we want to just keep this in. I appreciate that they watch my videos. It's very nice when people say kind of stuff like that. Like it always feels nice when people say things like that. I always really appreciate the support when people like reach out and say hi. It's always a very nice feeling. Next thing with cost 0 or greater gets go again. What is this? Ether Crackers. Whenever an attack you control hits a hero, you may destroy this. If you do, deal 1 arcane damage to them. Okay. So this is 3 go again. We can block with Autumn's Touch here. If they throw the Starfall at us, I'll probably just block with the Sonata. Ooh, Rites of Lightning. Do have to pitch to play the Rites of Lightning here. Okay. Don't know that it was worth... Maybe we're supposed to keep the Sonata. I like keeping the Sonata here. Making the Embodiment of Earth doesn't really do much, but still. I watch your streams, Brick, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you hanging out watching the streams, brother. Listen, whether you guys watch videos or streams, or whether you just hang out in the Discord because you like to talk and hang out with everybody, I genuinely and very wholeheartedly appreciate y'all being here and hanging out. There are a lot of things y'all could be doing, and you're hanging out with me, and it really means a lot, and that's a very sincere statement. Bramble Spark. Fuse this. Snatch for 7 and 1. The 1 is on hit, make the embodiment. This is 7, go again, on hit, draw card. And we get to play Ravenous Rabble here. Or maybe we're just better to throw Thorn. I guess it depends on if we draw a card, right? Guess it depends on if we draw a card. I appreciate that our opponent's like trying to like branch out and like try to play Aurora here, because I think Aurora is going to be really cool. I'm very excited to see how she feels in the new set. I am definitely hashtag Team Lightning. That is for sure. Can't believe I just said hashtag out loud while streaming. What a cringe moment. You guys can like write me up for that later or something. You're gonna have to hit undo opponent. So I think I think they were trying to bottom this off the crown here. So if they hit you, they can undo and do this. I like that you wear the headband in public. Bro, I love wearing the headband in public. If you want the truth, there's a couple of reasons. One, I actually really like wearing the headband. It kind of started out as a meme, but I really like the headband. I'm going to be honest. The second thing that I like about it is it's a very easy way to identify me. That works for my friends from across the convention hall here. Like my friends can see me from a mile away at convention centers, which is very nice. People, like, when they want to come up and say hi to me and talk to me, it's very easy for them to find me, and I think it's cool. I was also wearing a white shirt one time when I think it was Hartford. I think it was Hartford. I was wearing a white shirt, and somebody told me that I looked like Ryu from Street Fighter, and I thought that was fun. I thought that was pretty cool. So I thought that was interesting to hear that one. How long do we anticipate Rosetta Thorn being legal in Blitz? Oh, bro. Like, I'm surprised that Briar didn't go out this week, if you want the truth. She'll go out this season, though. Like, I do not think she will be available to you next season, if that's what you're asking, Justice. Hashtag Team Lightning. That's right. Let them know. Let them know. Okay, so this is 3 go again. I don't think we really care about this, right? We can play CMH, fuse the Force of Nature, and then throw our attack. We could block 3, so it would be fuse this, play this, throw Standing Order, which means we can just block 3. Value Town, Population Briar. I kind of wish there was another skirmish near me. I really want to go to another one. I don't know. It's just, there's not one within like 3 hours of us, so it just feels tough. Well, they could have attacked with Starfall there. Okay. So we're going to go Force of Nature, fusing with Autumn's Touch, play CMH, pissing the Autumn's Touch, and then this is going to be for 8. Go again, on hit, draw a card. Zen and Victor gatekeep Briar pretty hard in Blitz. Okay, I mean, that's very possible that that's the case. Again, I don't know a ton about Briar. I just like playing Briar because she's fun. Help me watch your Victor videos? What do you mean, Malzo? I'm not sure what you mean. I won with Victor to my first big event in my local store with 22 players. I started 0-1 to KO and went 7 in a row after that. Bro, Malzo, dude, let's go. That's awesome, man. That's super exciting. Dude, congratulations, man, on winning your first event like that. To start out 0-1 and then to like pull it back like that can be very like mentally fatiguing like that to try and pull it back. So I get it, man. That's exciting. That's exciting, man. Have you seen how many points Zen gathered this week? Probably Briar's probably around for a bit. I mean, yeah, Briar and Dash earned 50 points, and I understand. Like, I completely understand that. I completely understand that like Zen is going to get a ton of LL points this season, but Briar and Dash also are very close, and people love Briar and Dash, which I think people are going to show up to it. And also, you got to think about how many people go to like 10 to 14 player skirmishes. Like my skirmish was for only 14 players. Like I don't, I'm not embarrassed by that. I don't like hide from that. Like, there's only 14 people there. So not many people go to like, 30 person skirmish events in my experience. I think we want to go second in the mirror. I don't know. I could be wrong. We did just lose the mirror. So maybe I'm wrong there, but I wonder if we want to cut Revel and play Sinks. Since we're going second, we want to put more offense in play. I don't know. I don't know what's correct. I don't know. My bad, it was 1 LL win for Briar. 1 LL win for Briar. What do you mean? Oh, you're saying that the one I'm following now, Brad. I got you. There's a Guardian player walks into a bar and orders a drink. The bartender goes, "That'll be $7, sir." The Guardian player pulls out 3 crunchy $1 bills and destroyed 5 surge token and goes, "Keep the change, bro." That's such a corny joke, and I love it. Honestly, I love it. This hand's pretty good. This hand's actually really solid. They pitched a give and take and a snatch there, so we're already out of the way 1 snatch. So we get to activate Grasp of the Arknight. Runic Reckoning costs 1 less to play. 6 and 1 Rune Chant. Go again. Rune Chant's not super relevant here, other than the fact that it gives go again and pushes life here. This is for 6. On hit, make an Embodiment of Earth, and then we're going to throw Rosetta Thorn, and we're going to Arsenal Lightning Surge, which is Value Town, population, us, yet again. Now, I don't think they should have taken 7. I don't think that works that way. I don't think that works that way. Am I wrong? Does it get the buff before damage happens? Because damage happens and then that layer resolves, which means the damage resolution step should have already have happened. I don't think Talishar does that correctly. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm happy to be wrong, but I would like to know, please. Yeah, we're just gonna take 4 go. We're just gonna take 4. This hand's insane. We get to go Plunder Run, Lightning Surge, Rabble Babble, Lightning Surge. Like, we have a lot of good play here. We have a lot of good play this turn. Hit a blue. Hit a blue. Damn. I mean, we're just supposed to block, right? Like, we're just supposed to, like, use our equipment to keep life up here. Immediately punish for our decision. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. They just put another snatch on the bottom, so I'm pretty surprised that they already had one. Jesus. And the Command and Conquer? Brother. Brother had quite a turn here. So we can go Ravenous Rabble into Scar for Scar, Arsenal the Plunder Run, or I can just try to make the Plunder Run happen. Now it is 4 into 4. I think trying to set up the Plunder Run for next turn is probably a better play. This is probably a better play, I think. Oh, yeah, he took the Rune Chant. You're right, Brick. You're right. Good catch. Thank you. So it was... So my understanding of the way that that works is accurate, and that's important. Thank you. I appreciate you confirming that for me. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and throw this here. Also, guys, I think we talked about it a little bit the other day, but I think we're going to run one more. I think we're going to run one more Talishar tourney before the year's over. And I think we're going to play LL to prepare for some events at the end of the year. I mean, this card blocks 4. We don't have a way to fuse Bramble Spark, which means that card probably just blocks 3. What are they putting in their hand? Scar for a Scar? Okay. Like to deny them the ability to do things if we can. I mean, we may give them an extra card when it's over and done with, but I still think this is okay. So Plunder Run. And then we're going to go 7. This is not going to have Go again, but we're going to use Snaps here. Now, they have a lot of equipment, which is bad for us. Turns out the Brickhouse PQ is the one weekend I'm out of town next month. Oh, no. Are you serious, dude? That sucks, man. That sucks, dude. That is the worst. I'm sorry to hear that, Billy. Do you know what weekend it is off the top of your head? I mean, if they do decide to let this hit, I would be pretty content to just draw a card here. How many Zen players does it take to screw in a light bulb? 4. 1 to screw it in, and the other 3 to explain how they could have done it 2 turns sooner. I like that. That's good. That's funny. That does seem like a classic Zen player. Although it's kind of funny, most people I know that play Zen actually don't like playing Zen. They just play Zen because they feel like there's nothing, like it's just so broken. Also, on a random side note, it was nice to see Majin win a... It was nice to see Majin win an event to, you know, finally break that second place curse that I know people talk about sometimes. It was nice to see him win an event. Fall down to 5. Play CMH, throw 10. Yeah. Lightning Press would put us to 2, which is fine. Play Channel Mat Heroic, pitching Earthor Surge, and then it's buff power here. And this is just 10, which is stripping at minimum 2 cards from our opponent here. Minimum 2 cards. October 27th. The next closest one to Knoxville is 90 minutes. Feels bad. The one that's 90 minutes away is probably my local store. If you would like to come to our local store, I would love to have you, Billy. Would absolutely love to have you. Nimblism, Rabble, Command and Conquer, Surge. So we were probably going Nimblism into Rabble into pitch the Earthlore Surge to throw Thorn. So it would have been 10 because there was a Command and Conquer on top. So it would have been 10 into Thorn. Yeah, so we definitely won next turn. We didn't brick next turn. I wanted to look just to make sure we didn't brick or anything. Oh, let's go. It's a Zen. Let's see if we can beat a Zen. Nope, somebody's already joined. What do we have that we can play into? Prism? I mean, let's try it. We definitely want to go first. I don't know. Evergreen feels pretty good. Lightning Press seems not bad. We can cut a Rebel, and we can cut a... When we have to cut 2 cards. I don't know what to cut here. Cut Earthor Surges, maybe? I don't know. I'm kind of guessing here. Now that Majin finally won, what will the Metal Fab Token team's new goal be? That's funny to think about. What will their new goal be now that he's finally won one? I mean, I'm kind of interested in making a rune chant and just passing here. We can Arsenal the Sonata. So it looks like we're going to block with CMH and some equipment this turn. And we do have the ability to play Sonata and try to find another attack here. Yeah, I also like cutting the red Surge there. I think it's good. Is Illusionist and has a base power of 7. I mean, we'll just block 7 here. We don't really have a way to put this in play and keep it, so I'm not a huge fan of this. And we would have to find Autumn's Touch off the top of the deck from the Sonata to really make anything happen here. Is it the Johnson City one, or are you closer to Nashville? No, it is the Johnson City one. Johnson City is the ProQuest that's there. It's called the Outpost, is what it's called. So if you're able to come to that, man, I was like, I'd love to see you. We can grab dinner afterwards or grab some lunch before or something like that. Whatever works best. Let's play Sonata. And we whiff. Big Sag. So we're going to go Nimblism. So this is going to be hopefully 7 and 1 rune chant. Missing off the Sonata is pretty bad for us, honestly. Okay, so this is 7 go again. I kind of hate to waste a lightning token, but not sure. Is this Heraldless Prism? It could be. It very well could be. Kind of interesting how me and Anthony Fawn basically built the same deck. Are you talking about his deck from the AGE Open Finals this past weekend, Brick? Maybe the only one I make this season? Well, brother, I hope you get to make it, man. I was like, I'm not sure how many of us are going to be there, to be honest. I'm not sure how many. I know that, all the locals try to come if we can. Normally, we have like 15 to 20 at ProQuest, so yeah, it'd be awesome if you could make it, brother. They do give up 2 cards. I kind of want to just Arsenal the Plunder Run here. There's no reason to attack. They're not adding anything to the board. We did draw a Pauper. Although, admittedly, I mean, yeah, I think we have to give them this. It feels bad, but I think this has to be the play. They don't have anything in their soul yet, which is kind of nice. Which means they're not really able to, like, activate Prism's ability. So, we're going to go Bramble Spark, fusing with the Earthlore Surge. I highly, highly doubt that they are playing the, I can't remember what it's called. Arclight Sentinel off the... I highly doubt they're playing that. No, his Riptide deck, the only difference is my deck is more set up to beat Kano. Okay. So this is going to be 11 and 1 Arcane on hit we draw card. The Arcane is going to connect unless they give up their Dreamweavers, which, I would love to see. Very surprised they're running Blossom of Spring. I don't really know why they would want to run Blossom, but this is 11 go again on hit draw card. And the card, even if it's good, we Arsenal it. If it's bad, we can just like make a, if it's a bad blue we don't want Arsenal, we just activate Grasp and then throw Thorn for 2/2 and 1. Majin's IP was very unfortunate. 100% unintentional for sure, but might have actually won him the game. Are you talking about his, wait, his IP? Did he have an intellect penalty during the finals against Brody? Unless the PT is announced as somewhere easy to get to in Europe, then I might drive and grind. I mean, it just says Europe, and so I don't know where it's going to be, but I'm hoping that it means it's so... I do hope it is somewhere that I can go feasibly, because I would like to be able to go to that. What was the other loss to? We lost one game of Levia. We lost one game of Levia to a Rhinar, and we just lost the Briar Mirror to start playing Briar. We lost the Briar Mirror, and then we beat an Aurora, and now we're playing against Prism right now. Oh, no. I've lost the Briar Mirror, beat the Briar Mirror, beat an Aurora. Because we were 7-1 coming into this. So yeah, we're 2-1 right now. Activate, Grasp, and we're going to come in for 2-2 and 1. Trying to put a lot of pressure here. It was against the Enigma. Are you saying that him having an intellect penalty won him the game? Do you mean the Enigma player? Is that what you mean? He didn't fully know the interaction between a 0 damage Blazing and Metacarpus. Oh, I did see that when the whole chat was like going on. Like I saw everybody talking about that actually. I did see that when everyone was talking about what that interaction looked like. I would have assumed that the interaction worked that way, to be honest. So I don't really blame him for not understanding, because I would have thought that. Eight, dominate. Okay, I kind of want to put the Sonata on bottom. Nah, we're probably not supposed to, right? Probably just supposed to take our embodiment of lightning and play the Scar for a Scar this turn. So this is 8, dominate. Okay. I have not seen someone play Fractal Replication in a hot minute. I have to say that it's been a second. It's been a second. But yeah, I did see Majin use the Metacarpus node to use Blazing Ether, even though technically it was for 0. I mean, I would have assumed that it worked that way as well, to be honest. Take Swarming Gloomville. Dylan Arcane to them. Play Bramble Spark. Make an embodiment of lightning. This is going to be 4 go again. The Arcane puts them to 3. And then if they take any amount of damage here, the Arcane from Rosetta Thorn will kill them. There's no way it was intentional, but it probably helped him. Yeah, I mean, I like, that's one of those interactions that I would say it's highly improbable that it was intentional. Like, it just doesn't, like, seem, yeah, I don't think that's... So I did accidentally ruin Ashley's surprise last Thursday, but good news is I think we're still going to DC, if not just me. Okay, so every time I've, like, been talking to you since she messaged me on Facebook, Trent, I've been sitting there like, oh, don't talk about this. Don't talk about this, even though I've wanted to be like, oh, dude, like DC, blah, 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 like every time I see you. I mean, dude, she definitely should come with you, but I also understand you shouldn't ruin surprises. Carly likes to ruin surprises by being nosy when I like to surprise her with things, so don't do that. Don't be that guy, Trent. Don't be that guy. We don't have a popper here. I think we're just supposed to go to 5. They didn't, like, they can't activate Prism here. And I think we can lead on the Snatch. Although, doesn't really matter. Actually, the Arcane just ends the game, right? So we're just supposed to go Captain's Call, naming go again. Throw Snatch. I guess we could have named +2 and used Snapdragon Scalers here. Come in for 6 would have been better, maybe. Every time you play a mirror, my headcanon is the opponent is named Control Quench 69. I like that. Hey, I'm in for that, dude. I'm in for that. The other day when I was playing Oldham, people were calling me like Frost Block 69 or something like that. Like or 96. Listen, the memes fly and people say like funny stuff all the time that I get a kick out of. The Arcane should just end the game here. Yeah, I mean that. You still take exactly 1 and we're able to close the game out. The whole, like, Heraldless Prism thing is really interesting. The fact that we were able to deal 14 damage on turn 3, like, put us in a pretty good spot, I feel like. Really allowed us to push the tempo of the game pretty early and put us in the driver's seat. Going to readjust those numbers here. I can't stand when those numbers are off. I have to always go back and fix them. All right. So we're 10-2. We're running pretty well. Trent, the one thing I will tell you is I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be there or not. It's the first weekend of ProQuest, or the second weekend of ProQuest, and I don't know that I can go to a Battle Hardened when I have a ProQuest locally to me. So what you guys should do, now this is personally me being greedy, and Ashley probably won't like it if you suggest this, but you guys should just come to Battle Hardened Columbus, or you guys should come to Columbus. You guys should come to Battle Hardened Columbus and we can all hang out. Billy, sadly, I am not going to Tampa. I wish I was going to Tampa, but when I say this, I'm not disappointed I'm not going to Tampa, but I wish I was. Curly and I are leaving on Saturday to go to our honeymoon. We just got married like a week and a half ago, so we're going on our honeymoon. And I'm not gonna be in town for Tampa, so I won't be there. There is a ProQuest there on Sunday, but bro, it's gonna be like one of the biggest ProQuests in the world there, and also like the Battle Hardened stuff, right? Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, I'm coming to Columbus in November for the Battle Hardened waves. Found out there's a slim chance I might make DC. Slim, but better than none. I mean, that's true. Better than none is fair. Hey, thanks, Billy. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that a whole bunch. If Drew and Aggro are forcing me to go, you should have to go too. Dude, I'm definitely going. Definitely going. We're definitely going to Columbus. For sure. They disconnected? That's a tough matchup. I understand. Hey, Zechariah, what's going on, brother? I haven't seen you in a minute, man. I've been doing some working every now and again when you guys are playing your Sunday Magic at your. It looks like I guess that's at your house. So I was like, I've been lurking a little bit, man. Is there any chance you're gonna make it to? Is there any chance you're going to make it to ProQuest down at the Blue Post, Zechariah? Live about an hour and a half. Blah, 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 blah. If I live about an hour and a half from Columbus, if I go, can you sign my gold token, please? Dude, absolutely, man. I'd be happy to, brother. I would be absolutely happy to do that. Poppers can be a thing. Lightning Press could be good. Revel's better, maybe. Let's try it like this. It's a little greedy. I don't know. I'm making questionable decisions here, but we're going to see what happens. They're running the scroll against us, which if they are playing... If our opponent is playing Refractor, they should be on that for sure. Between school and my wife's back surgery, I'm booked for a bit. Oh, dude, I didn't know your wife was having back surgery, man. I hope she's okay. Like, I hope she's okay, brother. I was like, I know that can... It's like back surgery is nothing to mess with, man. So I hope everything goes well, brother. Did someone say gold token? Yes, Martin, they did. And I'm going to be honest, man. I could not wait to get those. I'm so excited to have those gold tokens for ProQuest season, man. Like, I cannot even begin to tell you how excited I am for that. Sounds interesting. I'm probably supposed to keep some number of Bramble Sparks in my deck here. This is going to be for 4 and 2 instances of 1 Arcane. So we put them to 19. I would have assumed... Nah, I guess it all triggers at one time. I'm not sure. It appears that Billy's going to Tampa. Yeah, Josh. Such a good matchup for Briar as long as you know your role. Well, now that you've said that, I hope I don't make myself look like a boob right here. I'd feel real bad. You said it's in October. It is in November. Battle Hardened Columbus is like November the 16th to the 17th. I can't remember the exact days. Let me look at the calendar real quick. It's the weekend of the 19th. No, that's October. Hang on. November. Yeah, November 16th and the 17th is when it is. Stir the pot, and they're gonna go ahead and get my Snatch Go again. That already has Go again. Okay. Activate New Moon. There's another Chi in their hand. Flip Heirloom of the Rabbit Hide. Heirloom of Rabbit Hide. I don't know why I'm always trying to throw the in those cards randomly. We are going to pitch Command and Conquer. This is going to clear 2 Spectral Shields. The 2 Arcane is at minimum going to clear this. And then this is 2 Physical. So I'm sure Billy will come say hi to you, man. Dude, Martin, thank you, man. I'm glad it worked out, brother. I really like. I'm very glad that it worked out so that we could get that done because I really like those tokens, man. I'm very excited to rep those come ProQuest season here in a little bit. Where I got October from, so there's DC is in October, and we're kind of talking about that at the same time. So probably from me talking about different things all at one time. I think we're supposed to take this, right? Maybe block with Ironweave here. Block with Ironweave just to get the value from it. I think we should have brought in Carapace in this matchup, but I don't know. My brother. Oh, okay, no. I was like, fam, are you about to pummel me? We're gonna pitch Force of Nature to play Earthlore Surge, play Captain's Call, naming +2, throw Lightning Surge, and then have 1 floating for the Rosetta Thorn. It's going to be quite a bit of damage here to push, so... Drink, you thought I forgot? Oh, Josh got a big hydrate going on. All right, we got a big hydrate for Josh here before I forget, because God knows I will. All right, we're going to play the Earthlore Surge. No, they're already playing things. They're transcending... I don't think this is correct. You should definitely let me play my turn out first. While they're doing all this, we got a big hydrate for Josh. Whoa. I guess I clicked OK one too many times there. You keep wanting to add the because you were aging. Like wanting to make nouns plural, like the Walmart. Yeah, I mean, listen. Man. I'm going to be 30. I'm going to be 30 soon. I mean, I say soon. It's going to be like a couple of years, but still. I'm going to be 30 in a couple of years, man. We're going to name Buff Power. Briar activation. We make an embodiment of Lightning token. Lightning Surge for 9 go again. It's a pretty good amount of pressure, and then we get to throw Rosetta Thorn after this. Yep, 30 soon. I'm 28, man. I'm going to be 30 in a couple years. More like a year and a half-ish. I just turned 28 back in June, so... Alright, so my opponent does understand that they are supposed to try and make a board after we've dealt our damage here. So they're going to take 1, fall to 13, and then they're probably running Aqua Lapse in their leg piece. That's what Blake is running in his list, and that's the guy who won Talishar Tourney, our Blitz Talishar tournament. So I'm assuming that they're on a similar list to him. Oh. Bro, what? Bro, what? I'm a young person? Dude, get out of here. You're barely older than me. Gotta tackle that with Ashley. Columbus is a little too close to my 1-year anniversary, and I want to make it special for her. Love you guys, but love her more. Brother, not offended at all. I completely understand. So we can't just take 16 or we will die. Take 13, go to 2. Seems fine. We could have blocked with the Autumn's Touch, and then we could have went E-Strike, putting Rabble on the bottom. We could play Plunder Run, E-Strike. Play Plunder Run, E-Strike, putting Rabble on the bottom, name, draw card, snap. Would be a pretty good use here. I don't know if that's more correct or not. There's probably a, like, we're probably supposed to lay down our hand there, right? Brad probably is correct that we're just supposed to lay our hand down, because now we don't really have much room to block with the rest of the game. But I guess in my head, I want to keep playing offense. I could have laid down everything except for the Plunder Run. Saved an additional 5 life, stayed at 7 in Arsenal, a Plunder Run here. So we're going to play Plunder Run, because I think that's correct. We're going to play the Rabble. Another Rabble on top. This is 4 on hit draw card. Running them out of gas would be very good for us. Yep, I agree. Are they going to give me a card here? Wow. So, I mean, is that just what we need? We get to go 2-2 and 1 here, and then Arsenal the Ravenous Rabble. I mean, them giving us the Rabble there is a big swing for us. I guess it also depends on what they throw at us here on this next turn, if it was better to throw this, if it was better to keep the Rabble or not. We've only seen 1 Command and Conquer so far, and they ended up not even playing it, I don't think. Or no, they did. Just what happened to it? Where is their Command and Conquer? Runic Reckoning just blocks 4. Like to see this. I mean, yeah. I'm pretty surprised our opponent gave us what they did right there. Like, giving us the draw was, I don't know. It's a very questionable decision, in my opinion. It's a very questionable decision, in my opinion. Playing Sonata for 0 could really help us clear the Waxing Spectre here if they don't have a way to transcend right now. So Scar for a Scar for 4 go again. Since we have lower life than them. Are they about to go to 1? No, okay. I was like, bro. Only time we should have not blocked with everything there is if we were out of equipment. Okay. Ravenous Rabble for 2. Ew. Big Sag. Big Sag. They flash in Restless Coalescence to block this out. I mean, the arcane damage, getting rid of the Waxing Spectre is actually a huge W for us, in my opinion. I'm gonna throw the Snatch here, and then we're going to snap Ironweave and throw Rosetta Thorn here, regardless of what happens. Even if they do have another D-React, we're still just gonna snap here. I think it's always correct to use snaps. Gosh. I hate to use Ironweave there, but it feels like keeping my Arsenal is a good play. They're probably going to go to 1. Probably going to 1. Now, that does leave us in a spot where if they can't transcend, that Grasp just wins the game on the spot. I like keeping an attack because we just saw a bunch of attacks, so if we rip all non-attacks, we could be in a tough spot. I think we're supposed to pitch into Sonata. Choose one card. Standing order? It's just correct. And then that just kills them. They could have flashed that in response, but... Yeah, okay. So they are going to run this back. Okay, that's fine. Because I think they're supposed to. I think they're supposed to in case we hit. Now, it's also weird because, like, if we hit multiple things here, they could just, like, also... Yeah, this is going to be for 6 go again on hit draw card, and we are going to put the standing order on the bottom. Rosetta Thornton wins the game almost assuredly. Normally the key to beating them is to play value until they're out of equipment. Their turns are usually subpar, so you're typically still in the offense most of the time. That's fair. I don't think Briar lays down... I mean, I think he meant lay it down defensively, Josh. I don't think he meant just, like, play offense, play offense, play offense. And I think it's a mistake to throw Scar for Scar here. Uh-oh. They are going to transcend. So the Arcane puts them down to 1 Spectral Shield, and then they lose the Spectral Shield here with from the Thorn. All right, so they're staying alive. Booked the 15th through the 18th off work. Dude, let's go, Waves. That's exciting. Are you talking about for Columbus in November, buddy? You lay your hand down every turn? I mean, that would be ideal. It would be ideal if we could just lay our hand down every turn, but unfortunately it doesn't always pan out that way. I can throw 9 in Arsenal to CMH. I can make a Rune Chant. I could pitch Command and Conquer and Earthlore Surge to make a Rune Chant. Throw 3 in 1 Arcane, kill the Diadem, and then throw Scar for Scar. I think that's better than just throwing 9. Using our Arcane effects to clear their board and forcing their hands to be awkward is very good for us. Also, setting up a CMH in Arsenal is like a massive value play. And again, I'm pretty sure this is just Aqualapse, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Columbus? Dude, let's go, Waves. This is exciting. I am very excited to go to a big event again. It's like the skirmish is the biggest thing I've been to since Nationals, and I went to Nationals like in June, I think. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I mean, Brad does make a solid point. Blocking Cosmic Awakening is like, feels pretty mandatory. Especially in Blitz when it's coming in for 20. So they have a D-React here. Probably Sink Below. Could be an unmovable randomly, I guess. It's Sink Below. Okay, from the Arsenal. It does... A card was put on the bottom of the deck, so they do filter a little bit. The good news for us is that we probably don't have to give up many cards here. Pitch Earthlore Surge to play Channel Mount Heroic. Throw this for 9. It's the best we're doing this turn. Only having the Blue Autumn's Touch here with this hand is kind of awkward. Or I'm sorry, it's for 8 because it's +3. But, I mean, still, attacking for 8 is pretty solid here. Good thing I did. I almost stopped accumulating PTO days. What do you mean? How does that work? Flutter Steps is the only ward shoes, and it's an ROS. ROS. I don't know what ROS means, Martin. I wasn't gonna go because it's LL. Dude, you need to come to Columbus, man. Come on, come hang out with us. Come hang out with us in Columbus, bro. I mean, we can't Rosetta here, Josh. I wish we could, but we can't. Gonna lose Dedum. Keeping the Waxing Spectre. Check the Earthlore Surge. I can give a Pauper, or I can give... No, I don't have an embodiment, so I have to give the Pauper. God, that feels bad. I feel so bad. I needed to draw multiple attacks there. So we kill one of the Waxing Specters here, and then we don't get to kill this here? Gosh. I just said I'll be there due to your request, and they're saying ROS. Oh, Rosetta code. I got you. As in the set. Okay, thank you. Appreciate you guys pointing that out to me. Now, Lightning Press does let us keep a Pauper randomly. But again, we're just like getting all these hands that only have one attacks. And I'm honestly curious if that's... Like, I don't think we're to my pitch stack yet. We're just forced to block 7 here. God, I'm going to lose to like one of the easiest matchups this deck has. I mean, my opponent did throw a Cosmic Awakening at us for 20. Okay. This is not looking good. Shouldn't you have played Revel? I mean, Revel didn't really do anything there, right? Like, am I wrong? Revel didn't like let us turn on Thorn. It didn't make Rune Chants. Like, Revel only has the Rune Chant text if you've played an attack and a non-attack action. Oh yeah, we're just super dead now. Cool. We can block this with 1 card, but it just doesn't matter. We're just super dead here. We're just forced into attacking and blocking with all of our attacks every turn, and we're just going to get fatigued. Man, this is a matchup I feel like I should never lose. Yeah, I can't even block this out. Damn. I had to have played this very poorly. That's frustrating. Oh my, damn. I don't know. That's weird. Feels like we should have won that game. I don't know how we win that game when our opponent threw Cosmic Awakening at us. I mean, if I lay down my cards there and I keep the Plunder Run, like maybe it changes the game. Maybe I could have made a better play there. I don't know. Don't know. All right, so at 10-3, we're now 3-2 playing Briar. So definitely not as good as we did with Levia, but that's okay. Yeah, Riku, I think we were just too far behind there. I think maybe blocking more early at the beginning of the game was a better play. I don't know. It's weird because I don't really feel like I want to block with Briar. Like, feels like you want to block when you have like Force of Nature or something line up as a 4-block that you're not really going to use a lot. Against Bolton, we want to go first to deny them the ability to go first. I love that their name is Unknown Player. That's hilarious. We want Carapace to block. Sink Below could be good, but I think we just want to run our value deck here. We're going to make a Rune Chant. We're going to pass. Oh, this is combo. Combo. Thanks, Vito. I appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate that. Bolton here. You should win this. I mean, we should win this. We'll see if we do. I don't run Revel in my list, so I'm not too familiar with it. Yeah, no worries, Brad. Dude, it's all good, brother. It is all good, man. So if I say no blocks, I'm able to go Captain's Call, naming +2, play the Ravenous Rabble, play Revel in Runeblood, create a Lightning token and 4 Rune Chants, throw the Surge, and then throw... Actually, we could Arsenal the Lightning Surge here and make this play. I think this is okay. Valiant Thrust is pretty good. I still think we're just going to go to 11. So, Captain's Call for buff power. We're going to go Rabble. We hit an Autumn's Touch. Damn, that feels bad. Combo number 5. Dude, I love that song so much. Never block Take Flight. Drew can back you up on this one. So we're going to activate Grasp, play Revel, make a Lightning token, and we're going to come in for 5, 2, and 2 here. Now, it's a lot of Arcane that we're pushing, which does put our opponent down to 10, which is kind of cool. And then we are able to Arsenal the Lightning Surge, give a lot of our equipment here, and probably block if it makes sense. And then other than that, we're just going to go ham. Did you mean to pass back? Just want to make sure that they meant to pass their turn back to me. Okay. As long as they did, that's fine. So let's go make one of these. We're going to go Nimblism. I still think we want to play the Captain's Call for buff here. I know we're creating an additional embodiment of lightning, which is kind of like redundant, but being able to throw 9 with Go Again is very strong. And then we can go Lightning Surge into Rosetta Thorn here. So they take 5 down to 4. We draw a card off of Briar, which is actually insane. Just what a rip. 7 Go Again. Did they just concede? Okay. The funny part's we had Thorn after that. Are they just playing like hard combo? I mean, they did have double Lumina. I guess they're just like on hard combo here. Yeah, I don't know. That was an interesting game. Never really seen anybody playing just like strict combo Bolton in Blitz. CC? Sure. Blitz? Interesting. My anti-Magic the Gathering propaganda is working IRL. Bought a Fi deck. Hey, let's go, dude. Fi was a lot of fun. I played a ton of Fi for a while. Actually, at the beginning of the year, I was playing a lot of Fi. Well, I played it in Cincinnati in January. Oh, yeah, I think we were definitely dead if we didn't take every card out of their hand right there. AB3, I guess. I mean, this feels like we just want snaps. This feels like we want every card that allows us to run them over, which is probably just our main deck, right? Just our main 40 cards here. Yeah, if we didn't rip all the cards there, they were just going to combo us and make us cry. which is exactly what we were trying to dodge if at all possible. We're gonna make a rune chant and then I'm gonna pass. Hopefully they don't have a Sendering Foresight here. We're gonna arsenal the Rabble. I think that's correct. Only 10 blues in the deck, so having AB is not going to be easy this game, which means it's probably just a straight race. Yeah, he went from aggro Blaze to pitch stack Blaze. I did turn into, like, really try to focus on pitch stacking. Playing Oldham helped with that a lot back in the day. Playing Victor has helped me with pitch stacking quite a bit, so... Okay, I think, man, this feels bad, but letting them opt for feels like a death sentence, but I don't know how we win the game if we don't. Bought a bunch of Runeblade cards today after seeing the leaks. I mean, Runeblade's going to be very good in this next set, man. I'm very excited for the next Runeblade set. I really like the introduction of, like, Spectra hate cards. If you want the truth. That's, like, the thing I'm most excited about. We're going to go top, bottom, okay? And then they're going to arsenal. We need to hit an earth blue here, or just a blue in general would be fine. We do not. So we're going to rip the snatch, deal an arcane to them. I mean, we could play the Earthlore Surge here. It's a little aggressive. And by a little aggressive, I mean a lot aggressive. And we could very well die from 14. I died from 20 the other day playing against Blaze. This is 100% incorrect. My Blaze opponent should never go off from here. Oh! They're going to destroy the Embodiment of Lightning and the Rune Chant. Spicy. No, they just want to kill the Embodiment of Lightning. They don't care about the Rune Chant. Now that's interesting. Okay, I take back what I said about it being 100% wrong. I mean, this is still a Rune Chant. And 9 physical. On hit, draw card. You want Florian to be a competitive fatigue deck? I really don't want there to be a fatigue deck in the format. I don't think fatigue is good for the game. So, like, in years of playing Magic in the past, people were always like, oh, you need control decks, which I agree with. Fatigue is not control. It's not the same thing. You need an Icelander deck in the format, a true control deck. Like a tempo-based control deck in the format. You need one of those. And I just don't think that that is fatigue. I don't think they play the same way. Not a fan of them. So we're going to throw Rabble. We have another Rabble on top. And then making the Rune Chant actually forces our opponent to make a decision here. They have to give us the last card from their hand or do something. Because if they don't, this is exactly lethal. Hoping most of the population being more hyped for the Earth Heroes means I'll be able to get a Marvel Aurora at a reasonable price. Where's the line for reasonable, right? Like, I guess it depends on like what you want by reasonable, but you could definitely probably pick one up. We need a skill check deck like Oldham and Icelander was. That is the best way I've ever heard it put, Riku, and I actually really like that. You need a deck that checks people at the door saying, here is the skill check for this deck. And I could not agree with you more. Could not agree with you more. It's so accurate. We're going to throw Rabble because it's lethal regardless. Now, they don't know that we don't have a blue in our hand here. This would also be a very good time to talk about the fact that, like, maybe there's supposed to be Spell Void in this deck. Okay. I would have assumed you would have let me play out another card here. Whiffskis, just let the eye be on top one time. An eye, a Kindle, something good. Oh. Looks like they're not banishing. Hopefully they're forced to give us the last card here. If you don't have a plan to beat this, you lose. I mean, again, I think that's like a very reasonable thing to offer to the metagame. Icelander was change your deck to where you're not playing such a greedy deck and have a chance at winning. I like throwing 7 and 1 Arcane here. I get to have AB2 in my hand twice here, which is really solid. And our opponent has to make a decision at if there's a possibility I have 2 blues here. Fatigue is like mono black hand rip mill shenanigans in Magic. Yeah, like the idea of playing Fatigue is more like Lantern control, I think, is like the best way that I would describe it. It's yeah, like I think it's like Lantern control. You're trying to lock your opponent out and just make them miserable, and I don't like that. I think that true control is fun. Something better than the Marvel Kasai when heavy hitters came out. Okay, I mean that's fair. The Marvel Kasai was pricey. If you can get a Marvel Adult Aurora for like 120-ish, I'd consider that reasonable. Yeah, I think that's a very fair thing to say out loud. That is like a reasonable price. Wholeheartedly agree with that comment. 120 is very good. I will probably be trying to purchase a Marvel Aurora when they come out if I don't open one. It appears that I'm going to have 5 boxes to open when the new set comes out. We'll probably do a stream where we open up that set, where we open up the case and stuff. Opponent should have popped the lens. Oh, before playing the boom. Yes. If they use lens, they can try to make sure that something's on top, and it's a better use of their resources, and they probably kill me, right? Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that, Martin. That's much better. Doesn't like making people miserable. Set he makes people miserable every time he plays the horse. I don't make anybody miserable when I play the horse except you, Josh. Now, I admit that playing against like Victor can be a frustrating thing. It's one of those heroes that I understand leaves people in a frustrating sense because it's tough to watch your opponent block and get a lot of value and then just not be able to win the game. Here we go. We need instant speed shenanigans that aren't counterspell or storm combo. Blizzard is good, but I think we need more that cost more and do more. Like more cards that like are instant speed interaction that cost more. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to twist my arm there. You do not have to twist my arm there. That's fair. I think that's a pretty fair request. So we... Oh my god. Are we just dead? We are dead. It's Xaxes. Dang. It's Xaxes. Exposed to elements is very good. Activate Cloak, throw Waning Moon for 3. And again, I can block 2. And then we die. Wow, well played. Well played by my opponent by realizing that they had the line they wanted to be able to kill me. Man, Blaze is good. Blaze is very good. And it's like one of those heroes that, like, she doesn't seem stupid. She's just, like, very good. All right, we probably got time for one more. To be honest, that's why I like Ripple Away. Great instant effect. Ripple Away is a great example of cards that like interact at instant speed in different ways, other than like just giving your opponent like taxation with like frostbites. Now, to be fair, I think that Icelander is a very like what I would call fair deck. Like Icelander was a way to upgrade the game's power level in a very fair and reasonable place. And I understand that everybody was frustrated at the time, but I would take Icelander's effect and hero ability over heroes like New and Hand Disruption anytime. I still think it's just supposed to be AB2. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I love Expose and instant speed. Fuse Ice stops a card from resolving, maybe. Though that is just counterspell. Maybe more like a Spell Pierce with cost added. Where you could counter a spell. Where you could potentially counter a spell. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Where it's like taxation. Like cost effect to be able to counter a spell. I like that quite a bit, to be honest. Big fan of that. Ether Eyes hitting a Transcend card and preventing double Transcend is so good. Ooh. Ether Eyes does stop Transcend cards, doesn't it? That's insane, actually. That's really good. Ripple is perfectly fine. Cards that counter specific card types are not that great in Fab. I agree, they are tough. Like, they're harder to make happen, but I think they're too narrow, right? They're too, like, narrow-minded cards. Like, anything that is... Ooh, that's tough. They could do a lot of damage here. This could also just be 6 is all they want it for. But yeah, I mean... Yeah, I mean, like... I get that. Like, it's tough when cards are narrow, but you need them to be somewhat narrow, or you turn into cards that are Command and Conquer, right? I mean, yeah. Probably supposed to pitch the Force of Nature there. Get that face roll BS out of here. What's up, Troll? How are you, buddy? Let's go draw card. This is 8, and the Arcane would make an embodiment here. Not that embodiment matters, but still. Good, I missed earlier stream. Well, dude, no worries, man. I'm glad you're here now and hanging out. I saw you guys talking in the Discord earlier about some of the new spoilers. The new spoilers look pretty cool, man. It could be more playable in new Wizards. I'm also really excited to see how they make some of the new Wizard cards look in this set. Considering that we're moving like more towards like putting more archetype of Wizards into the format, which I think is going to be interesting. I think it'll be cool. Playing Blaze like this back to back has definitely made me think that we should be playing like we should probably cut the 2 Evergreens or the 2 Sink Belows, and we should just like add 2 pieces of Spell Void in. Actually, can we play Shock Charmers? Can we just play Shock Charmers? Like, we add Spell Void 2 in the arm slot, and then add in, like, Crown of Dichotomy. We can take out the Lightning Press, and we can take out the Null Room Boots. I like that play. Just play my Briar list. Does it have cards that we're talking about here? Vijith says yes, you can play that. Okay, that's good. Thanks, Vijith. I appreciate it, buddy. Also, Vijith, you doing okay, man? Like the way LSS handles control in the game. Ice tokens are neat. Azuri can control the hand without just ripping it. Riptide uses traps. Yeah, I mean, I think that they have... LSS has definitely done a very unique job of showing ways to control the game, if you will. I think they've done a very good job at that. Also, card draw threatens, definitely changes the game. Death by 1,000 cuts. I mean, yeah, the way that like he can just rummage is very powerful in my opinion. I think people are going to learn how powerful that is if you want the truth. Plunder Run. Channel Mount Heroic. So this is going to be 7 go again on hit draw card. We could throw the standing order and give it the buff here. I don't really think we can die from 16 with there only being 2 counters there. I don't think it's possible without an arsenal. Did you say that, Brad? I'm sorry. I must have missed that message, man. I must have missed that message. Shock Charmers would be great in this matchup. I'm probably going to make some changes to this deck because I really like Briar and I like Blitz, but doing good. Been busy for the last couple of days. I mean, hey, busy can be a good thing, you know? Busy can be a good thing, but I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, brother. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. The 2 extra points could be really valuable here just by getting rid of the Scar for Scar. So this is going to be 7. We can make this 9 go again. Actually, we should just let this be 7 go again, right? And then we have the Scar for Scar for another on-hit effect of draw card, which means I should have just done the Scar for Scar to leave a card in my hand to make them think about Arcane Barrier. Playing 15 games instead of 7 in a night because it's Blitz, you love to see it. You do love to see it, Chips. You absolutely love to see it, man. I'm actually like, the Blitz format, while it can be rather toxic at times, is a lot of fun in my opinion because you're able to play so many games like this. Like, we're going to finish tonight playing 16 games. We went 7-1 playing Levia, right? 7-1? Yeah, which means we played 8 games. And then, you know, we had a worse record with Briar tonight, but still, I mean, we're going to finish at 16 games tonight, which is awesome. Just really cool. Charmers get into Blaze, Spindle and Boom are nuts. Yes. What's your record for number of CC games in a day? If you're talking about like games when I am like literally just sitting, just grinding, just playing games, testing something in a day, I've probably played like 20 games in a day before. Probably. I'm guesstimating a little bit there because I don't know, but I've probably played like 20 games in a day. Like if CC games, it's probably like 20. Be honest? I feel like I am being honest. I mean, I would say, barring vacations and being out of town, and if you don't count Wednesday night when Carly and I are hanging out, every night of the week, I probably play minimum 10 games of Flesh and Blood. I would say at minimum, I play 10 games of Flesh and Blood, like every... I could play the Anthem of Spring. Probably just supposed to throw this, right? Because we just get to put them down to 1 here. I have a problem. I mean, I might have played like 30 games one time. Like, so it also depends. Like, it's tough to, like, when I played Fi, I've probably played like 30 to 40 games in one day, I would say. There's probably a safe bet there. This forces them to make a decision. Just throwing 7. Yeah, like when I was playing Fi consistently, like if I would sit on a Saturday and just truly test, probably closer to 40 if I had to guess. How did I win without activating Grass Blast turn? What does Anthem of Spring say? Is it still here? Can I see it somewhere? No, I can't see it. I don't know if playing Anthem of Spring would have got me there. Why not wait with the rune chant so you can do Thorn too? I couldn't tell you the last time I played 10 games in a day. How did the rune chant save 4 damage? Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. Scar for Scar would have had go again. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Yep, that was just a blunder. That was an absolute punt. My bad, guys. I see it now. Man, I wasn't even thinking about that. I wasn't even thinking about Scar for Scar having go again. God, that was so dumb. If we lose, we're going to know that we could have won. Clip it. He said he was an idiot. I mean, listen, I do dumb stuff sometimes, man. All right, so we did beat a Blaze without having it, without having Shark Charmers, which is nice to know, but I still think Shark Charmers is good. If you're running AB2 and Shark Charmers, like, and you're running, like, Spell Void Headpiece, you probably just win more often than you lose, right? Probably, if I had to guess. I appreciate Talishar for what it provides. I just don't like playing on it. I feel like it usually makes me play worse, so I quit playing on it very much. I know a few people that feel that way, to be honest, Brad, like that they like Talishar because they understand that the service it provides for the community, but they also don't use it because to some extent it makes you lazy, right? You forget your triggers, like certain things are checked for you. So there is definitely like a level of nuance to the game that you kind of miss out on when you're not playing in paper as regularly. But playing in paper games of Flesh and Blood is like by far the best way to make sure that you are staying up to date with everything. That's why I try to make sure I go to an armory at least once a week. That's why I try to have the guys come over on Monday night so we can test in paper, you know, on stream to like try and to stay into the habit of playing with physical cards and going through those motions. So, but yeah, it's awesome. Geez, Lois, go back to maining Levia. We did do a lot better playing Levia. I mean, it's true. We did have a 75% win rate today. With 2 heroes I don't play very often. I have to say the highlight of the night, I'm just going to be, I'm going to level with y'all for a moment here. Highlight of the night is, second highlight of the night, I went 7-1 with Levia. Doesn't happen very often. I don't do well with Levia very often. Highlight of the night, Ethan told me I was playing Levia well. So, listen. I'm pretty stoked about that. Ethan telling me I was playing Levia well makes me feel pretty good because Ethan's probably just the best Levia player on the planet, to be honest. So anyway, Talishar is also good if you live in the middle of nowhere. That's very true. That's true. Did better than with Mansant. I mean, that's because Mansant was hanging out talking to me the whole time. But I did really enjoy Levia tonight. I did really enjoy playing Levia tonight. Ethan only tell me I tank his decks, LOL, bro. Well, I'm glad I could contribute a positive winning percentage to his public deck link tonight. That feels pretty good. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Definitely stream tomorrow. We're gonna be playing Talishar tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're playing. I don't know. Gonna be honest, I haven't got that far. We might play more Blitz. If we do, I'll throw up a poll. We might play some CC. I don't know. I'm kind of, you know, playing that one by ear to see how tomorrow feels. You guys got suggestions? Shoot me a message on Discord. I'm always open to suggestions. You guys can hit me up in the Discord or personal message me. It's fine. Either way. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you guys being here. Hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.